Peace, man. What up, YouTube? What's good, man? Check this out. Your boy on here, man. You know what I mean? On this Wednesday. Yeah, man. Got into some stuff with YouTube, man. You know what I mean? It's all good. They did me dirty, but it's all good. You know what I mean? But I'm back better than ever. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you just gotta be careful, man, because a lot of times, freedom of expression or free speech ain't free, man. They're taking away the First and Second Amendment slowly, man, to where they're just gonna throw the Constitution out the window, man, complete, man. They're already kind of doing it. It's already unfolding already as it is right now. So what's going on with y'all, man? I'm about to just, go in real quick. Let me share this out. You know what I mean? Let Shaq get in here real quick. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta turn my volume down. Yeah. So what's good with y'all on this Wednesday, man? I'm just chilling, man. Shit is almost the month is almost over. Damn, the year's going by quick. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Man. So man, so we was talking about that a couple years back, or like a year, no, it was like 2 years ago. We was talking about this that migrant thing with the Haitians, right? Sorry about that. I'll just turn my light down. So I'm over here playing my channel and shit. But yeah, I got a couple more subscribers looking out for y'all subscribing, man. Trust me, I'm gonna come with nothing but content, nothing but fire. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all just tap in with me and stick with me. So look, so these migrants, man, we was talking about that a couple years ago. These Haitian migrants, we were saying that it was a double standard, which it always usually be, because Haitians, man, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. Places like Jamaica and Haiti, man, there are foreigners, but at the same time, a lot of times I would say that we have a closer connection to them than people in Africa. Let's just keep it 100. And sometimes, it just seems like we're more of a tighter knit. Places like Bedford Stuyvesant, places like Queens, Mason Capone, what up? I lived around Jamaicans. I know Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was it was always some tension with every other group, but we were more close knit with the Jamaicans than the Africans. Trust me on that. That's a fact. Haitians and Jamaicans. Trust me on that. That's a fact. If y'all don't believe that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm on here, man. So I knew something was up with this Haitian thing, man, and the migrants thing, and the whole, the situation with that, man. So they suing, man. But see, we need to sue. We need to sue, man. Why they thinking but some of these foreigners, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of these foreigners they be sharp. They be on that law, they be on all that shit, man. That, you know what I'm saying? They be getting what they can get out these motherfuckers. I don't blame them. So, you know what I mean? I knew these Haitians was gonna come back, man, and I knew they wasn't gonna be the end of that. So, man, let them sue for as much as they could, man, because even back then, this whole migrant thing started back then, like 2 years ago, even before that. This has been going on for a while. You see what I'm saying? And it's funny because you know what I mean, when Trump out of office, this could all be some kind of scripted narrative too, though. I mean, I just don't trust nothing. I'm just questioning everything. You see what I'm saying? But the Haitians, man, they did them dirty, man. That's messed up. They sent them right back, right? They was letting everybody. I think that was when they was letting the people from Ukraine, and I think it was it Ukraine or was it Afghanistan? Because remember they let a couple years ago they let a lot of Afghanistan refugees over here, and then so it's one of them. It was either Ukraine or Afghanistan or somewhere like that. So I remember that, man. They turned them around or whatever, but was letting other people come over here, that's just how the world, and I think power, does. You know what power in the world does? You know what power in the world does? Power in the world does motherfucking you know what I'm saying? It discriminates. It picks and chooses. You see what I'm saying? In the discrimination, we're the last on the bottom of the toll pole. We are you know what I'm saying? We are as far as race and everything and economics stuff, we're really on the bottom. And a lot of people know that we're on the bottom. You see what I'm saying? So since they know that we're on the bottom, Um, you know, they could implement us with all types of stereotypes, and they can hit us with the stereotypes. They can hit us with the like they've been doing. You see what I'm saying? They can hit us with the just the discredit us like they've been doing, and just making us one big narrative, man, all the time, man. We always want a narrative. You know what I mean? We always a narrative. We always some kind of tough. What's his name? And that shit is crazy. Hold up, hold up. So okay, so damn, they are. But I think the Venezuelans, man, them, you know, but it's them, it's the Chinese, there's all types of people coming over here, man. And it's just like when you come here legally, man, it's a different story. But I mean, but some people may say that borders is BS for having borders, period. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it's a double standard, man, and what they're pushing out here. And see, I noticed too. It's like it seems like the more immigration we get, the more gentrification it becomes. You see what I'm saying? And the more like cleansing and you know what I mean? And like with gentrification ain't really the word, but the more just overpopulating or depopulating, you know what I'm saying, a area. More of that happens. You see what I'm saying? With that, you see what I'm saying? I just think you know what I'm saying the economy changes, man. You know what I mean? I think it'd be a lot of times good for them and it'd be worse for you. You know what I mean? They talk about taxpayers this and that, taxpayer this and that. You these white conservatives, you know, always talk about taxpayer. What's the name and what's that called? Civil rights and social. You know what I mean? Oh, your civil rights and oh this and that and black this and that and you know what I'm saying? They always talk that. Oh, I don't want my tax money to pay for reparations, my tax money to go there. But anytime the government pay out anybody else, they don't. Why they ain't talk about no tax money no more? That's interesting, right? Now you talk about tax money no more when the government uh, issues money to other people. So yeah, so we're gonna go in right here, and we're gonna go into this video real quick, man. So I just tripping out this stuff, man. I'm still my bad. I'm still sharing this damn video, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta bear with me, man, because I'm just like really tripping out this whole thing. Because Haiti is like Dominican Republic, isn't it? Haiti is Dominican Republic. You see what I'm saying? Right? And you notice too, you don't really hear about Dominican migrants or Dominican immigrants. You notice that? Like, or legal, quote unquote, right? You notice that, right? I just think that's kind of interesting. I know Puerto Rico is part of America, so that's different. You know what I mean? They could just come over here, but other countries is a little different. So I mean, I just think that shit is crazy for the most part, man. What I'm saying it's just like I'm just tripping off all this whole, you know what I mean, whole thing. It's just really, you know what I mean. It's crazy, but I mean, let's go into the video real quick, man. I'm over here blabbing and yabbing. I'm over here. The reason why I'm doing all that, I act like I can't talk and do this at the same time, not because I'm sending this out now notifications and stuff, man. You know what I mean. So let's go in there real quick on this, man. All right, let me see. Let me see. Hold up, hold on. All right, play something real quick, man. All right, so okay, this is the. You know what? I don't mess with these kind of channels. All right, let's go with it, man. You know what? I'm gonna play both, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fair guy, right? So I'm gonna play both. I'm gonna play one from Democracy Now, which is I think a Democrat liberal channel, and I'm gonna play one from what's the name from another maybe like a Fox News or something. Oh, let me go on this too. All right, hold up. This African diaspora too. All right, so I'm gonna play two. Fair use, Dennis. No commercial. That shit came straight on. All right, so okay, so this fair use 1976. under Section 107. This gives me allowance to report on this video for commentary purposes and educational purposes. All right. So we're gonna go in on this, man. I'm just talking, you know what I mean? I'm not, YouTube be tripping, man. So people be tripping. People, you know what I mean? The people, they just want to believe in the popular opinion, so let them go into the popular opinion, right? My opinion ain't so popular. This ain't no damn opinions, though. This is facts. So, all right, so let's listen to this right here real quick. Like, I'm gonna play most of this, and I'm gonna play this about these driver's license too. All right, so these Ukrainians. All right, let's go.
To describe being abused by U.S. border agents, as more than 15,000 people, mostly Haitian, were forced to stay in a makeshift border encampment on the banks of the Rio Grande near the Acuña del Rio International Bridge in Texas. Photographs and video footage from 2021 showed Border Patrol agents on horseback chasing, grabbing, whipping Haitian asylum seekers in Del Rio and sparked widespread condemnation. One border agent was heard screaming obscenities at asylum seekers there in Texas, including children.
Hey, you use your women? This is why your country because you use your women for this.
After the attack in Del Rio, Texas, President Biden condemned the, quote, horrible treatment of the Haitian migrants and promised a swift investigation.
It's outrageous.
That's all you got, though, right? See, you see, it's the same thing. Oh, an investigation. Look, man, this is to get you upset. This is to get you in your feelings. This is to get you, you know what I'm saying, sad, mad, glad. You know what I mean? So this type of stuff right here, man, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I'm not even going. You know what I mean? I'm not even this type of stuff. I'm not surprised. You see what I'm saying? And it's always an investigation, just like when a so-called, you know what I'm saying, when a cop shoots a so-called black person, then it's an investigation. You know, that's basically saying we ain't gonna do shit about it. You know, the government is like women. Well, that's not a good analogy, but they do sneaky shit like women, and they're subtle with their shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't, you know what I mean? A lot of times men are straightforward, right? These are subtle. The government is full of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So the bottom, you know, anytime they basically tell you that they ain't gonna do nothing for you, that's basically what they say. Oh, we're gonna do an investigation. Let's go. Let's keep playing this real quick.
Yes, I promise you, those people will pay. They will be an investigation underway now, and there will be consequences.
While the investigation was underway, Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas said horse border patrols were suspended.
The investigation into what occurred has not yet concluded.
Okay, so that's a big whoop-de-doo. They stopped motherfucking doing the border patrol on horseback. So that was a big blow, right? Even though the motherfuckers are still working there. Nobody got fired. Nobody got sued. I just, you know, they know that a lot of stuff could pacify us. You know what I'm saying? They know that you can just tell us some bullshit and then we're going to believe it. And you see, they know that they the type that you could put some shit inside of motherfucking tin foil, you know what I'm saying? And you could sell that motherfucker for earrings all day. Real shit. You know, they know people are just gullible. People don't think, but see, the thing is, it's like they're not tripping on AI because, you know what I'm saying? AI thinks on its own, but they know you don't think on your own. That's the difference between AI and you. You don't think on your own. AI thinks on its own. And, ooh, damn. That's bars right there. Let's go.
We know that those images painfully conjured up the worst elements of our nation's ongoing battle against systemic racism.
That was Mayorkas in 2021. During a news conference last year, journalist April Ryan questioned Mayorkas about the attack by Border Patrol agents that sparked national outcry.
The southern border is not just Mexicans, it is Haitians, it's Africans, as we've seen, particularly with that issue with the Haitians being whipped with the reins or the horses. But what is there?
Well, let me just correct you right there, because actually the investigation concluded that the whipping did not occur.
I'm sorry, I saw it differently. They were whipped with something from the horse.
One of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit is Mireille Joseph, who was photographed as a Border Patrol agent on horseback, lashed him with split reins, grabbed his neck, and gripped Joseph by the shirt collar. After the assault, Joseph and his family were detained, then deported to Haiti. For more, we're joined in Washington, D.C. by Guerline Joseph, co-founder and executive director of Haitian Bridge Alliance, an immigrant advocacy group that provides humanitarian assistance to Haitians and other Black immigrants from the Caribbean and Africa. Guerline, welcome back to Democracy Now! Explain why you're in Washington, D.C., what happened to Mirar Joseph and his family members.
Thank you and good morning, Amy. We are currently in D.C. because yesterday we were in court to be able to highlight the realities of what we just saw on the screen. That did happen. It happened, and we have the proof. Everybody saw it. So yesterday we came to court to be able to address those issues because the U.S. government reached out asking for dismissal of our case. So we continue to be able to fight to make sure that justice is rendered, to make sure that people do not forget the realities of what happened in the Rio in 2021. We filed our lawsuit in December of 2021. It wasn't until yesterday we're able to have our first hearing for the judge to let us know if they will decide to continue with the case. And what was very critical as well is that we had 4 of the plaintiffs present in the courtroom to show that they are here. It wasn't just something that happened. They are people, and we want to make sure that continues to be the case. So we had Mirar Joseph, whom everybody saw, the pictures, the videos of what he was subjected to, in addition to 3 other plaintiffs who were able to be there and share their stories with us, but really to humanize, to put human faces in how the anti-Black racism in our immigration system is continued to be a space that we have to fight.
And then explain what happened to Joseph's family and he himself. I mean, not only what happened right there on the border, but the detention and the ultimate deportation to Haiti and what you're calling for in the lawsuit.
Amy, one of the hardest things that we had to deal with is the fact that the U.S. government tried to erase the very fact that the people existed by expulsion and deportation. And one thing that yesterday the people were recounting when we were talking to them is the fact that they were held, caged for over 2 weeks without access to any hygiene and then deported. One of them shared with us yesterday that when he finally was chained and deported, when he arrived in Haiti, they gave him a piece of bread. And when he tasted the bread, it tasted sour. And it wasn't until later he realized that the taste of the taste that was in his mouth did come from the bread, but from the fact that he was held without access to brushing his teeth for so long. So that's why we continue to fight, and we want to make sure we hold the administration accountable, we hold the system accountable for the inhuman treatment of people seeking protection and safety. And Mirar and the 11 other plaintiffs are representation of the 15,000 Haitians and other people who were under the bridge in the inhumane, injustice, and mistreatment that they received, in the abuse and the violence of deportation and expulsion.
Just days after the U.S. Border Patrol agents on horseback were filmed chasing and grabbing the Haitian asylum seekers in Del Rio, Texas, the U.S. Special Envoy to Haiti resigned in protest over the Biden administration's mass deportation of Haitian asylum seekers. In a letter, the longtime diplomat, Daniel Foote, wrote, quote, "I will not be associated with the United States' inhumane, counterproductive decision to deport thousands of Haitian refugees. Guerlain Joseph, can you talk about the significance of this U.S. official resigning? Are you bringing this into your case? And what's happened to all the other people we see in the photographs, in addition to Mirage Joseph and his family?
Yeah, the resignation of Ambassador Foote was also a critical indication of human morality, right? For somebody to say, I will not stand by and continue to agree to this type of inhuman treatment. So we applaud and continue to say thank you to Ambassador Foote for standing up on behalf of what is right, on behalf of human dignity. Because I will be honest with you, history will definitely judge harshly the impact of what happened. And we understand that many laws need to be changed. We understand that this is a critical junction in our country here in the United States as we make sure they uphold the human rights and understanding seeking asylum is a human right, and also understanding many of the reason why people are fleeing countries like Haiti. U.S. foreign policies are major factors of what's happening. Currently dealing with gang violence, currently dealing with political turmoil, currently seeing how there is this big movement to send Kenyan police force into Haiti, but at the same time, understanding that the United States just put a warning on the Bahamas and Jamaica, with countries we just learned that will also be a part of this special envoy, special military police force to Haiti, making sure that we hold folks accountable and let them know we are watching and the world is watching, that justice must prevail.
In your lawsuit, are you asking that deported Haitians be allowed back into the United States to fight fairly their immigration cases?
Yes, there are a few things we are asking for. We'll be able to share more as the case continues. But one of the things we are asking is accountability, justice for those people to be able to get a fair access to asylum, fair access to protection as they continue to barely survive.
So what you think, Shaq? What up, man? These motherfuckers, man. You know, it's just too much of a double standard. But see, I think one thing about this country, and I think one thing about psychologically playing on people's mind is the fact that the fact that you basically, you could just discriminate, or you could put somebody in a category or a stereotype on, you know what I mean? So that right there, as long as you keep the stereotype going about us, then you're good. That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. So I mean, and people that look like us, period, man. We got, it bad from all different types of angles. Even if you're not supposedly so-called Black American, you know what I'm saying? A lot in some cases you'll still get the brunt of it as far as certain things. But some of these people, you know what I'm saying, from these other countries, let's not forget they get to classify as white, no matter if they look like us or not. So, Shaq, what up? What up?
What's the word, man?
What you think about this, man? So this lady right here, she's you know what I'm saying, she's representing them, and she's suing them. You know what I'm saying? Haitian Bridge Alliance.
The United States or the United States corporation?
I think, you know what? I think it's the corporation. Excuse me, because the Biden administration. But see that the administration.
Oh, okay, the administration. Okay.
But it wasn't always the administration. See, it's everything. They switch it up, man, and that lets you know there's no government, man. It's just not a real. It's an actual shadow government, and it really too is a lot of form.
Pretty much they're suing the Democratic Party.
I know. But then so this should happen in Texas. So if I'd be suing all the motherfuckers. State of Texas, Oh, I'll be suing. I wouldn't play. No holds bar. You know what I mean? Who I be suing? That's just be honest. I mean, that's good. You doing that, and you know.
Yeah, but
So
that's a great question. I mean, but how would they? What jurisdiction? How would they file that? I mean, what? I mean, through the world court? I mean, how would they?
that's a
You
good
know?
question. That's a good question, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a good question. You know, and then the thing is, let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna have to look something like that up right now, man. Let me see. Let me see.
I mean, they send it to Washington D.C. I mean, what's the procedure? How do you? I mean,
Hold on, let me see.
because they would be the plaintiff, so the defendant would be the Biden administration. I mean, how would this? You know,
Right. One thing Trump did say about the mother, he right, but see, I don't need Trump's word for it. I've been known he's racist. You know what I'm saying?
they all are racist by default, man. All Europeans, all Africans, all Asiatic or Eurasians are racist by default. G. You got to
Mm,
keep this in mind.
mm, mm,
Got to keep this in mind. Ain't no separation between the three.
mm.
We try to play this game in tier because they identify us as African, and they really identify us as African because of our
Everyone,
skin.
this is
Because of our
Latasha.
skin.
Sorry about that. Right. He's trying to generalize, you know what I mean? But they can't what did I say earlier? I said some bars earlier. I said like this currents when it comes down to slave ships, you know what I'm saying? Like in any kind of ships. You can't there's no just straight shot from America to Africa. That's ridiculous. And why was it only in the west part of Africa? What was up with that? Why was nobody in Egypt or in Ethiopia? Why were they not taking as slaves from to America? It don't make no sense. And you would think if they were so prevalent and so discriminatory towards black and dark skin, then why didn't they take any light skinned people from Ethiopia? We don't be thinking. We don't think a lot. We don't think because according to them, none of those what's the names had guns, right?
So they
According to
they claim that
none
they
of
was
those,
never
none of those,
colonized.
yeah, none of those places had guns, but the colonizer, right? See, you know what I'm saying, dude. We don't be, man. We were lost, man. You know what I'm saying? And then there's no way, you know what I'm saying? You know, you could fit people. They didn't have those ships until the 1900s. They don't work like that. You don't, and you can cram all them people on no damn ship like that. It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? But we don't. Dog boss, what up? What up? What up? We don't think though. You know, how does that work? I'm gonna cram all these motherfuckers, and they gotta smell their shit. They gotta smell their pee. They gotta be in all that for 3 months. And how did and the thing is, dude. So you mean to tell me for what kind of rations and kind of food were they feeding these people? So you mean to tell me they had a 3 month supply worth of food on them ships? We don't think. I see why these people manipulate us with chicken and Trump with these shoes. I see why they do us like that because look at the thought process and patterns that we display. You know what I mean? It's very, very just like intermediate. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Shaq? Man, it's sad, dude. Like, you know what I mean? It really is sad. Um, you know, so that right there is one with this. And then you got Walter Plecker that was down with Marcus Garvey, man. So it's just like, see, once you learn and you see stuff like that, then you know, oh yeah, this is some bullshit right here. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey, dude, like, yeah, that was Walter Plecker, horrible, horrible person to be down with. Because then, you know what I'm saying, the dude Walter Plecker was what's his name, man? The dude Walter Plecker was you know what I'm saying? He was a segregate. He was, and then he was also one of them type of dudes that'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, I believe this theory about the inferiority of the black and the African. But see, and he was the type of motherfucker that was saying that, you know what I'm saying, we came from Africa. You know what I mean? He pushed that. But see, that makes sense. You're gonna team up with Marcus Garvey. You have him push it. He wasn't even from Africa, he was from Jamaica, dude. It's interesting how we didn't tie our Jamaican roots together, or we didn't tie our Haitian roots together with America. We tied way down over here across the other side of the world. We tied our African roots. We pick and choose. You know what I mean? Like, why? If you're Jamaican, why are you pushing Africa, dude? If you're Jamaican, does that make any? Shaq, does that make any? I don't know. Was it me or no? Wouldn't you be pushing Jamaica, dude? You know what I'm
What
saying?
they call it? What did we put? What was it? UNIA or some shit?
UNIA, man. I'm like, oh, okay, this is some bullshit right here. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and it just a lot of this shit don't add up, man. It don't, it won't, it never will add up. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, this thing with these Haitians, man, you know what I'm saying? That's messed up, man. You know, if this it wasn't no psyop, if this was the real deal, Holyfield, that's messed up. But see, we should learn from this. You know what I mean? We should start suing these people for this type of stuff, for
Now,
discrimination.
hold up, Frank. I came in a little late.
See,
They suing the Biden administration for what now?
for discrimination and racism. Okay, so let me get a better what's his name right now, man. Let me get a better hold up. Okay, let me play this real quick because this is a story where they suing what's his name right now.
Okay.
Where they suing hold up. Where they're suing Indiana after passing laws allowing Ukrainians to receive driver's licenses. Let's see.
Blanton from the Real South Africa Traveler.
Well, having a driver's license is not just about convenience, but it's
allows you.
Shout out to Phil Scott. You know, y'all subscribe to his channel, the whole nine. Watch his channel, African diaspora, and then the Phil Scott live. I forget what it's called.
Who aren't citizens of this country to get driver's license, but Haitians and other groups cannot get a driver's license. Go ahead, roll that.
I was trying to get my driver's license in order to be able to go to work, and then I discovered that I was not eligible. Having a driver's license is not just about convenience, but it's a basic necessity. They want to help, and how can they do that if they're not able to go to work, if they're not able to drive?
A new law makes exceptions only for immigrants from the Ukraine. The ACLU says that law is unjust.
They are not allowed to do so, even though the exact same person would be allowed to do so if they happen to come here from Ukraine. That is discrimination.
Now, that law is completely discriminatory. That law violates the Civil Rights Act.
But you know how a lot of stuff does. But see, look, the Civil Rights Act.
No, actually don't. First of all, they got to realize we got to go back. Who is the charter? Who controls the DOT, Department of Transportation? That's a privilege.
Ooh.
So they can use discretion. See, people need to understand what's going on. They can use discretion or who can get a license. Depends on, they can set their own standards of who can get a license, who can't. Because that's a privilege. That's not a right. That's not a not. That ain't got anything to do with civil rights. That's a privilege.
That's true.
You can travel without a license.
It is a privilege.
Dude,
even a gun,
you don't have to have a license to travel in certain states.
Right. Anything with a license,
travel.
Anything with license or permit on it is a privilege.
Yeah, license, permits, though, registration, all that shit is voluntary. That's you are registering. You know what I'm saying? That's a privilege. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
If you're a citizen of that state, there's certain, requirements they can put in, whether that you qualify, either you qualify for or you don't. I would say it's discriminatory. It's definitely, I would say it's prejudice at best.
Bad prejudice, man.
Prejudice, definitely prejudice. You know what I'm saying? But it's a privilege. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
It's not, that has nothing to do, driver license have nothing to do with no goddamn constitution.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's a privilege. Those are government entities. You know what I'm saying? That allow certain privileges to citizens.
Just like just like the police.
That's
what the police enforce. My bad. That's what the police enforce. The policy, those type of bullshit policies and shit. That's what they are and shit. For these municipalities.
And best I would say is prejudice. There are showing extreme prejudice toward maybe certain
Right.
groups. You know what I'm saying? Groups of people or nations or whatever.
That's
But I
that's
wouldn't say discriminatory. You know what I'm saying? Definitely prejudice.
and I think that's the color of law under the color of law too, the discrimination, and all that, isn't it? And the civil rights and all that, that's under the color of law. So that's like fictional right there too, though. The color of law, you know what I'm saying? That's not exact, you know what I mean? That shit is see, that's another thing, man. It's like we don't be knowing about certain shit like that, the color of law, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of these other, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these entities and a lot of these municipalities and people from these corporations shit could just keep fooling you, keep fooling us. You see what I'm saying? With us not knowing that. And you know what I mean? And we're not gonna be
Now, what
tripping.
state is this? What state is this that they was in?
I'm talking about Indiana, I think.
Indiana. See. I would have to look up Indiana's. Like I said, you have to look up they codes, they state codes. You know what I'm saying? And what they
True.
restrictions and what's they state municipalities and
Makes mad sense. That's true. That's exactly what you got to do. Yep.
So they saying they being denied driver
Is
license to drive vehicles. What's it for? Is this for a job? So this is just for just recreational?
It's a good question. Let me see. Let me see. That's a good question. Let me finish this and see what they said.
Okay.
Which says that you cannot discriminate based on race or national origin. And if you don't want to say it's not about race, okay, it's about national origin. Because you say Ukrainian only. Why not Haitian? Either you're going to allow everyone to do it or you're going to allow no one to do it. Because, see, the issue with the Ukrainians is this. See, they have been coming in here very quietly. About over 200,000 of them have came to the United States quietly. And they don't go put them in the black communities, though. Have you noticed that? Now, they'll go put the Venezuelans in the black communities. They'll do that with them. But with the white Ukrainians, they're going to make sure to put them in the white communities. You understand? They're going to paper them up.
Is there any black
Like they've been
Ukrainians?
papering up the other ones. They really going to paper them up.
You know what? That's a good question.
They
Wait.
giving them
Hold
Social
up.
Security money, the Biden administration.
Damn, I
You know,
never
the Biden
thought
administration
about
believes
that.
in open border.
Why he say white Ukrainians?
And then that's the thing. Why is it just see? There we go with a narrative. You know what I'm saying? Why is it just like with the Creed people? You know what I'm saying? They push it like they could only be white. You know what I mean? Like that. That's what's I'm getting the same kind of thing with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this you're Ukrainian. You know what I'm saying? When you think of Ukrainian, you're gonna think of a European. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like pale face Ukraine. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a good point, man. Like that's a good point. But you know what I'm saying? How come there's no narrative about black Ukraine? You know what I'm saying? And how do so-called black people get treated in Ukraine? That's what we ain't. That's another thing that's not being talked about. You see what I'm saying? Because I know in a lot of the European countries, they love the highly melanated men, especially the women. You know what I'm saying? The news would never tell you that. The news would never tell you that because that's against the narrative. We got to be the thugs. We got to be the undesirable. We got to be the thugs. We got to be the motherfuckers that's going to come and, you know what I'm saying, and sexually molest. You know what I'm saying, and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what the narrative is. You see what I'm saying? So that's crazy, man. That's what it's a crazy little like aspect, man. When you think about it, but yeah, man. So hold up. I want to see. You're right though. Why did he need that license? You know,
Right.
He said something about school, but it's like,
so you know he's gonna treat his people right. Let's call it what it is. Biden don't like black people. He don't. I don't care what y'all say. He don't. If you listen to Biden's speeches and how he spoke about black folk, he don't care nothing about us. Why are we so silly? Why in the world black folks ran out there and vote for him?
He was saying, what he say? Interracial jungle. We'll play that right now. We'll play that clip right now after this. He said, "Damn, dude! Like I never even heard Trump say that. That's crazy." What? Watch. I'm gonna play the clip in a little while.
Saying he was better than Trump. Really? As you can see, he wasn't. But for this brother to be discriminated against, or the Haitians to be discriminated against, you know, people talking about why people come over here. You know, the Western world has always tried to destabilize Haiti. And look at what happened to their president and how he was taken out. You look at the chaos that they allowed to go on over there ever since the Haitians beat the French and got them off their back. And when Haiti did their first constitution, they said that anybody of African descent can come to Haiti and get a citizenship and be there. No Caribbean country or African country ever had that in their constitution. None of them have.
Yeah,
except
watch
Haiti.
this. Can Ukrainians go to Haitian and get citizenship?
Good question.
Because wouldn't that be discriminatory?
Ooh, right.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Point.
to make the argument like, okay, well, a lot of motherfuckers are discriminating and being prejudiced out here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what they being. Exactly what they being. You know
Because
what
if
I'm
they
saying?
kick the French out, right?
Uh-huh.
Rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. Are they suing the French?
That's a good fucking point.
Are they suing Britain? I'm just asking a question. I mean, if it's like I said, if it applies, it applies. See, everybody, and I don't understand.
Why they suing America in that France? Didn't France colonize them? Why they not talking about the reparations?
Well, shit, they had to pay. They kicked them out so they won the war. 18 liberated themselves, whatever. But shit, and later on they ended up having to pay restitution to damn French. They were what, $4 billion or something? What was the I mean, like I said, United States, the corporation that did some slimy stuff to people all around the world. As it really is tied in with the UN. They've done a lot of slimy stuff to all these countries around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It kind of still is too, man. It's still, man.
Yeah, they still doing it. Who you think the order came down for them to go down there and, you know what I'm saying, put the pressure down there on the president down there in Ukraine? I mean, down there in Haiti. Because there's resources down there. No, we always gonna be, man. Everywhere us melanated people reside, anywhere we come from, spring up from, attaching this to, it's gonna be contentious with other groups and races of people because the resources is there. We gotta fight. We're gonna have to fight. Where we stay, we're gonna have to fight. So my thing would be, it would be in the best interest for the Haitians to team up with the so-called North American people, us melanators up here. We would be stronger. You know how stronger we would be? But see, when they identify themselves as Haitian, what they have the right to do, at the same time, they can't get mad when we identify ourselves as Americans. You know what I'm saying? North American. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
You see how that game play? Everybody can go around and individually claim their nationality, and you know, fine. But when we try to claim our nationality, then we're the one being divisive, man. We're the one not. Oh no, we're not.
No, you peeped that?
Yeah, we black. We black when it's applicable in the public. When they're trying to get some resources and shit. Oh, we black. Oh, I'm black. They hurt the black.
I know.
They're trying to get money. Yeah, when they're trying to sue and get money, shit, you know.
That's a good. See that we need to cut it out. So it's like that's a show too. A lot of us don't really want to know. You know what I'm saying? And have no interest knowing who we really are anyway. That's the thing too. It's just like what's up with the money Trump and everything? What's up with that? You know, it's like wealth really trumps money though. I don't understand how we don't get that. But see, like I said, I see why so many kids is like this because these adults is like that. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, a lot of times, man, if the parent is an asshole, the kid's an asshole. Let's keep it 100, man. So I just, you know, it's crazy, man. A lot of these adults, seriously, a lot of these adults and people our people just don't get it still. There's still a tug of war between Joe Biden and Donald Trump and who we should vote for and all this. We should be like, you know what, fuck all these motherfuckers. We said everybody, damn near all of the population should, you know, the people that look like us should be on that. Like, I don't care type, and I'm not. participating until something, we get something, but we not on it like that because you got to look at it like this too. A lot of these misleaders, and you got a lot of these fraternity motherfuckers and a lot of these secret society motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Leading the charge. You know what I mean? They leading the charge, man. So you're gonna get a lot of distraction and bullshit from them. You know what I'm saying? From them, buttering the biscuits of the what's the name, man? You know what I mean? Of people in the establishment. Shaq, it's just to the point where it's just really old. It's old. It's old.
So they suing the state. They suing the state of Indiana, or you say they suing the Biden administration?
I think the dude's from Indiana.
Okay.
Brother sues Indiana. Oh, he's suing Indiana, and the other Haitian lady in the group, they suing the Biden administration.
Oh, okay.
But it's just like as they should. You don't grant other people access and you deport the other ones.
My question is, where's the money coming from? Huh?
Oh.
Is it coming from the taxpayers, the American taxpayers?
Who
pays this lawsuit out?
If
we can't even get restitution from these. Why would I promote another motherfucker to get sued and get restitution out of the tax money?
That's a good
point. Same with shit. I don't agree with them sending money over to Israel or sending money over to Ukraine. I don't agree with none of that.
That's a good point.
I didn't sign up for that. I don't agree with none of that.
That shit is wild, man. And see, that's just like when they vote and they do something behind your back without, on the weekend or something like that. You know what I mean? Without and then they'll vote on some shit or some shit passed without none of us voting on it. It's them doing it. It's kind of like that. You know what I mean?
See, this is my way. You got think how deep the psychology. You got so-called American Negroes that's against so-called reparation or restitution for the atrocities that's been done here in America, in the North American region, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where they gonna get the money? You got white saying, like, where they gonna get the money from? But then again, they okay with them sending money, foreign aid over to Israel, the Middle East, Ukraine. Now you got Phil Scott caping for motherfucking Haitians and shit to get sued motherfuckers to get. Where they gonna get the money from? It's coming out of our pocket still. We fitting them bills. Anybody, you know what I'm talking about?
Ooh.
I don't think motherfuckers think, man, when they be, you know what I'm saying? Where they getting the money from? If they sue, who paying up and who fitting that bill?
That's a good question. That's a good point.
I want to know.
That's a good point. And then it's like, what about them in France? And it's just like, it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, I see what you're saying, man. That's another narrative right there, And yeah, Phil Scott, but see, he kind of pushes for Africa too. You know what I mean? It's like
it should be some traitorous shit. We should start calling all these Negroes that's pushing these want to be African. We should call them traitors, man, because, dude, if you're American citizen but you pushing Africa, that's traitorous shit to me.
It is traitor. I don't get it. I don't understand.
What Africa done to us? Was that niggas ain't paid restoration for the allegedly slave trade they involved in? What?
But it's weird how we motherfuckers believe it so much, but then it's like, okay, well then y'all believe it so much and y'all believe in that narrative. Let's do something about that shit. Let's make some kind of backlash about it, but we're not doing to do it. But then we're gonna get into both of the one of the two of the parties and act like we are part of the system and shit. That's it.
I want to see these Negroes file some type of petition, nigga, to get reparations from Africa, nigga, from niggas that allegedly sold your ancestors into the slave trade.
That's a good question.
Huh?
That's a good ass question. Good point. I know. You got to keep the same.
They don't want to have that conversation. They don't want to have that conversation.
You got to keep that same energy.
Let's get all guilty parties, man. Let's get all the guilty parties in, all the participants in. That's how you file a lawsuit. You don't just, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Not just, I know. This one, this could all be a narrative too, bro. And it could be a psyop. I'm not, one thing about me, man, I don't close, nothing is, no, all the cards are on the table. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You feel me?
I mean, if they got a discrimination case, like I said, who the money is coming out of the state. Well, I guess it would be the treasurer of Indiana, right? State treasurer of Indiana. Who fits the bill? Who pays the bill? I think when those lawsuits come out like that, who pays that? Who pocket is actually coming out of?
Right. Mm.
See, because at the end, it seems like at the end of the day, we still get the short end of the stick.
You know, don't we always,
When I say
man?
me, I mean us North Americans,
Don't
us
we always,
indigenous people, North America.
man? And keep going and keep going. And these
Because
narratives.
just of lately, these people have been claiming they're American too. That's on this landmass, the Haitians and people in South America, Central America. You know, but they still can divide and separate themselves because they got their own, allegedly got their own independence, right?
Right.
Their own sovereign nation country, right?
Right. Mm. That's a good point.
But I understand they trying to clean their house up. You know what I'm saying? They trying to clean their house up from the boulets, which is ironically boulé is a French word. So, but they trying to clean their boulets up and trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kick the ones out and get stuff back in order because they getting sold out just like we getting sold out here by boulé. But the trick is, it's so crazy, Frank, because we got boulets coming from everywhere. They comes to this North America and sell us out. They look like us. They kind of trying to talk like us, but they really ain't for us.
That's cool, man.
They really ain't for us, dog. So I'm not at this point. I'm not capable for nobody to sue motherfuckers and shit. We can't get paid first, nigga. Come on, what? Get in line.
Look, the Congressional Black Caucus. Congressional Black Caucus.
We need to sue their ass. We need to put a lawsuit against them for insubordination, man. Insubordination. They've been insubordinate to their motherfucking constituents.
Man, they up? We could go for that. And see, this is the thing, man. It's just like you know, and they're gonna keep feeding these narratives to these people from these other countries about us, and you know what I'm saying. And it's just like it's basically competition to get in, you know what I'm saying, in a higher place than us. This is bottom line. You see what I'm saying? They give people grants and loans to get over you. While they push the go to college. They don't even teach you how to manage a checkbook in school. Where they talk about college in school, and what they say, you know what that is? To work for somebody, so you can work for somebody instead of working for yourself and have a business. You see what I'm saying? You know,
it's servitude. Yeah, just teach you how to be a great indentured servant.
Yeah, because instead of 6 years, supposedly what it was supposedly back then, it's like 67, 65 years. You know what I'm saying? In America, you got to work. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because you got to work till you damn, and you got to get pension or whatever 401k and all that kicks into when you 60 something, a senior citizen. Ain't that something? You really gonna be thinking about that money like that when you that old anyway, dude? Like
man, the way they pushing these these candy, you know what I'm saying? Pushing this candy out for my boy. Levels a bit some next 5-10 years, movies ain't making past 45, man.
Man, they're pushing all types of net. Yeah, exactly, man. These narratives are strong, man. I learned how to balance a checkbook in school, 9th grade. Okay. Well, see, that was back then, shit, not no more. You know what I'm saying? Back in, you know what I mean? Back in, and then back then it was different in your time, Dark Boss. Stuff was different, man. Nowadays, it's just degeneracy is just oozing all out. You know what I'm saying? This society, man. It's just oozing all out to society. But
I just can't cake for nobody else to sue, nigga. Hey, unless we get paid first, man. I mean, damn.
I was about to say that we the first that should be that old. So exactly, I was about to say we the first that's old. We the first, you know what I'm saying, that's been through. You know what I mean? That should be entitled to anything. I don't care what nobody said. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm not. You know what I mean?
I know the United States. I know the corporation is. I know they did a lot of atrocities, man, up under the name of American. They did a lot of atrocities, man, and we getting the people. The people of this great northern nation is getting a bad reputation abroad. Everybody looking at us, why y'all ain't fighting? Why? Well, if y'all coming here, I don't get it. If y'all coming here from y'all cool country that's saying it's corruption there, nigga, we got corruption here too that we dealing with. But y'all coming here usurping the resources and economics and the education system, banking and all this, commerce.
Mm.
You're not coming to help. You're coming to be you know what I'm saying? You're coming to be a nuisance. I'm talking about all foreign aliens coming to this North American region. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yep.
And they've been allowed by the corporation, by the United States corporation. They've been allowed to come in and be a buffer class, a buffer population. So they can keep this wealth gap disparity going on. Because don't get it twisted, man. People don't talk about when we had stuff we built, had our own so-called governancy. You know what I'm saying? Before these when we came in and tried to pull the coup so we can all merge together. And now they be the proprietors of, governance. You know what I'm saying? Governmental. Don't get it twisted. A lot of inventions and some creations came out of the great minds of the North American, man and woman. And they took that and commoditized that, stole the patents, stole the inventions and commoditized it and turned it into industries.
Mm.
So everybody's eating off the IP, intellectual property of the North American man and woman. Everybody around the world is eating off that. They done took the motto, they done took it, they done duplicated, counterfeited. Everybody.
Damn.
They eating off, man. They still eating off. They eating off us, man. Through commerce. They can come here. They allowed to come here. They don't have to be from here. They allowed to what? Register with LLC, and S corp, and all that stuff. Do Delaware and some of these states and stuff.
Speaking of Delaware, that's true. That's good. That's true.
I mean, but we still the ones that's being manipulated, misused, abused, and manipulated. Why we got what was capable for Africa, I don't see Africa reciprocating the you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The return. I don't see them reciprocate. I don't see them trying to put money in our pockets. I don't see them trying to, I don't see them, huh? I don't see them giving out no stipends to no,
And
even
this
when
is
we go where people.
My bad, cut you off. But this is the thing too. If we were really African like that, why? How come the African embassy doesn't? Why don't they represent us then? Right? Why are we representing all this American shit if we were not? If we were African, shouldn't and our African? My bad, African American. Shouldn't the African embassy represent us too, or is that a good, fair question or no?
Man, I don't even know if the AU, the African Union, represent none of them African niggas over there. Some of them niggas ain't even in the damn. Some of them countries over there ain't even up under the African Union. Ain't that a shame? Huh? Matter of fact, now hold on, man. Now watch this. Now you just said something that you made a statement that Haiti in their constitution says that they accept all Africans and Caribbeans, right, can get citizenship in Haiti, right?
Right.
But do you know Haiti, when they try to apply for I'm gonna say citizenship, but they try to apply for, I guess, membership with the African Union, that they was denied? Did you know that?
What you said? Okay, one more time about the African Union.
I said Haiti. They try to apply and get membership to be a part of that African Union. I think they got denied, right?
Oh, interesting. Why would they get denied, right?
Because the African Union wasn't created by Africa. Well, let me say,
I
now
think
that's
they're all
tricky
like a part.
because
Like I think that them. Oh, we gonna say my bad.
that's tricky because when you say it, see, that's tricky when they use the word African because all these words really are corporation colonized words. It's kind of tricky because, man, that shit tricky, dog. That's tricky.
Super tricky.
It's real tricky with the wordplay. You
Man,
know what I'm saying?
tricky as can be.
That's
Tricky as
tricky.
motherfucking could be, man. Hmm.
That's tricky. They didn't say no. They didn't say no North Americans. Did they? Can North Americans? Can we get citizenship in Haiti?
Hmm.
If we got a family member bloodline or something, I don't know. How does that work?
How does it work? Okay, so I'm gonna play this. Okay, so let's see what this dude Joe Biden. You know, let's see how he felt about busing. I mean, let's see how he felt about want to be around black people, right? Let's see. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly black people. You know what I mean? Let's see how. Let's see.
Katie
Y'all
Porter
get the
beat
likes up.
corporations to save billions for
Social media.
homeowners and lower drug
Hit the
costs.
hit the like button and share this out to y'all social media, man. So I can hit the algorithms. YouTube been tripping on me lately anyway, so share this out. You know what I mean? So let's
For
go.
Californians.
And in these comments, they quote Biden
Okay,
as saying that
this is fair use 1976 under section 107. Just give me fair use to report on this video for commentary purposes and educational purposes. All right.
at a quote non-orderly racial integration would cause his children to grow up in a racial jungle. Yikes. As Archer says, phrasing. Phrasing? Come on. No, here's a quote. Unless we do something about this, my children are going to grow up in a jungle. The jungle being a racial jungle with tensions having built so high that it is going to explode at some point. Again, I wouldn't have gone in that direction, even if he had a point. And we'll look to see if he has a point. But even so, I wouldn't have gone in that direction. Yikes. All right. Now, that quote was originally discovered by University of Southern California Law School professor and scholar Daria Rothmeyer, and first reported by the New York Times, which published a story on Biden's record on busing and school desegregation. So that's the context of these statements, right? Now, in the quote, which appears to come from a congressional hearing related to anti-busing legislation, which he got destroyed with, during the presidential debate. Biden emphasized wanting to, quote, ensure we do have orderly integration of society, saying that he wasn't just talking about education, but all of society. Okay, so let's be clear. Joe Biden, not against racial integration in his own words, but he is against non-orderly integration because he thinks, oh no, it's going to upset white people. Oh, and it's also going to upset black people too. Well, gee, what are black people more upset by, or what were they more upset by? Oh, right, being segregated.
But see,
anyway.
it answers the question. See how this don't make no sense, right? This is how goofy we are, or we were back then. Why do we care that we couldn't be around them? Look, we wanted to be around them. They didn't want to be around us. Damn, who really loves who more? Who really cares about who more? You know what I'm saying? See, they had it right. You know what I'm saying? Well, they was on some racist, you know what I'm saying, thinking they're superior, so they didn't have it right. But as far as being, the thing is, it just should have stayed like that. That's how it should have been. We would have kept our businesses. Everything would have been, you know what I mean? How are you gonna go out of business? If y'all helping each other and serving the community, I mean, the money keeps rotating in the community. How's that work? How are you going to be gentrified? You know what I'm saying? If you have, you know what I mean, if you have your own tight knit communities, but we want to be down with these people's establishment. You see what I'm saying? But look, when we get mad at them, we call them racist, though. Remember, you know what I'm saying? They do use the gatekeepers, dark walls. That's true. Orderly integration is letting the immigrants take over black. Ooh, and take their job. Ooh, cares about yesterday. Ooh, damn. That's facts right there. Damn. Let's keep going.
Now, what is non-orderly integration according to Joe Biden? It would be forced busing. So again, the topic that obviously Kamala Harris did her research on and used as an attack during the debate. So now, what was Biden's solution? Right? So he's against forced busing, but he says, well, I just want to integrate society, but in an orderly way. Well, reviewing thousands of documents at the time, the Times reported that Biden actually preferred expanding affordable housing in the suburbs as a tool of integration over busing. He was against busing. He said no busing. That's going to cause problems. But let's just build more affordable housing in suburban areas, and then we'll have black people move to the suburbs. Which, again, I don't. Okay, so I'm thinking, why don't we do both? Why don't we have busing? Why don't we have affordable housing? I mean, that might help. But why only one? Why only that? Why not do what we did with at least the busing and affordable housing? Well, that's not Joe Biden. See, with Joe Biden, you can't have too much change. Because with him, it's, oh, no, it's radical. It's going to upset people. I can't upset people. I can't upset these the so-called moderates. I can't upset the people on the right who are slightly racist at all, because then they won't vote with me. They won't support me.
That's a good point. Damn, look, what about this? Is this Joe Biden? Right? Is this y'all? This is the cat y'all voted for right here, man. It's the cat y'all vouching for right here, man. Check this out, man.
A bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did. And back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap. And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, Esther, you, off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off. Well, he came off, and he said, I'll meet you outside. My car, these were all public housing behind it. My car, there was a gate out here. I parked my car outside the gate. And he said, I'll be waiting for you. He was waiting for 3 guys in straight razors. Not a joke. There's a guy named Bill Wright, Mouse, the only white guy, and he did all the pools. He was the mechanic. And I said, what am I going to do? He said, come down here in the basement where all the pool filter is. You know, the chain, there used to be a chain that went across the deep end. And he cut off a 6-foot length of chain. He folded up. He said, you walk out with that chain. And you walk to the car and say, you may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head. I said, you kidding me? He said, no, if you don't come back. And he was right. So I walked out with the chain. And I walked up to my car. And they had, those days, you used to remember the straight razor. You'd bang them on the curb, get them rusty, put them in a rain barrel, get them rusty. And I looked at him, but I was smart then. I said, first of all, I said, when I tell you get off the board, you get off the board, and I'll kick you out again. But I shouldn't have called you, Esther Williams. I apologize for that. I apologize, but I didn't know that apology was going to work. He said, you apologize to me? I said, I apologize for that, not for throwing you out, but I apologize for what I said. He said, okay, close the straight razor, and my heart began to beat again. And by the way, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
So the thing is, what was he talking about? My bad. YouTube was making funny. Look, what was YouTube? YouTube. What was he talking about? You see what I'm saying? So he basically called black kids roaches, right? See, this is the dude that we like. You know what I'm saying? We love to love. You know what I mean? This is the cat we love to love. You know. Hold on.
And corn.
Joe Biden crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Where did roaches come? Where did that come from though? Out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Where did he get roaches from? Hold up. All right, hold up. Hold up.
When I marched in the civil rights movement, I did not march with a 12-point program. I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes. And we changed attitudes.
When I was 17 years old, like many of you, I participated in sit-ins to desegregate the restaurants and movie houses of Wilmington, Delaware.
I came out of the civil rights movement. I was one of those guys that sat in and marched and all that stuff. During the 60s, I was, in fact, very concerned about the civil rights movement. I was not an activist. I worked at an all-black swimming pool in the east side of Wilmington, Delaware. I was involved. I was involved in what they were thinking, what they were feeling. I was involved, but I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else. I was a suburbanite kid who got a dose of exposure to what was happening to Black Americans when I'm in my own city.
You know, when I was a teenager in Delaware, for real, I got involved in the civil rights movement. We have the 8th largest Black population in America. Most people don't know that. And I'd go to 8 o'clock Mass, then I'd go to Reverend Herring's church where we'd meet in order to organize and figure where we were going to go, whether we were going to desegregate the Rialto movie theater or what we were going to do. I got my education for real in the Black church. And that's not hyperbole, it's a fact. But I got my education, Reverend Doc, in the Black church. Not a joke. Because when we used to get organized on Sundays to go out and desegregate movie theaters and things like that, we do it through the Black church.
I was no big shakes, Reverend, in the civil rights movement. I was just a kid. I got involved in desegregated movie theaters and helping, you may remember Reverend Moyer in Delaware and Herman Holloway organized voter registration drive.
Hold up.
My
I
phone.
don't know, man. This dude, just you know what I mean. Joe Biden. I don't trust none of them, man. I'm playing
My wallet,
I'm gonna go on a different
passport, and tap.
Joe Biden recently signed off on Juneteenth as a national holiday in the U.S. The recognition of the holiday, which commemorates the end of slavery in the U.S., has been celebrated as a major symbolic shift away from the rhetoric of the Trump era. But many have forgotten this moment during the 2019 Democratic primary.
And I'm going to now direct this at Vice President Biden. I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of 2 United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And, you know, there was a little girl in California who was part of the 2nd class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
Despite insisting that she wasn't calling Biden racist, Harris was in fact accusing him of preventing black students from integrating into white schools, and of being friends with openly racist politicians. So, what is Joe Biden's real record on race? Harris wasn't inaccurate in her criticism of Biden, who has a checkered history on racial justice, despite painting himself as a staunch civil rights advocate over the years. Perhaps one of the most criticized moments in Biden's past is his involvement in the creation of the notorious 1994 crime bill.
Oh, I forgot about that. We forgot about that. We forgot about that, huh? Let's keep going.
People forget that the informal name for the bill was Biden's crime law. The legislation is widely criticized for being responsible for making the effects of mass incarceration in the U.S. exponentially worse. Biden was also a key architect of the devastating Iraq War. Responsibility for the war is often blamed on George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, and other Republicans. But in reality, Biden played a key role as a Democrat. In the lead up to the war, Biden convened a series of Senate hearings to drum up support for the invasion on the basis of flimsy intelligence material being presented by the Republicans.
What is the threat from Iraq? Obviously, to fully answer this question will require us to have additional enclosed hearings.
Not a single anti-war voice was invited to the hearings. Biden also admits to having been civil with Democratic colleagues who were openly racist, like James Eastland, who had a long history of racist remarks, including that Black Americans belonged to an inferior race, as well as the segregationist Herman Talmadge, who vigorously opposed school integration.
Governor, this means in effect that your state would set up a private school system. We intend to maintain separate schools in Georgia, one way or another, come what may.
Biden also developed a decades-long friendship with segregationist Strom Thurmond, who he worked with attempting to pass the Biden-Thurmond Violent Crime Control Act in 1991. Biden also spoke at his funeral.
We became good friends.
Act in 1991, with segregationist Strom Thurmond, who he worked with attempting to pass the Biden-Thurmond Violent Crime Control
Sorry about that. You're not gonna get this on any other YouTube channel, right? Look at what this just says. I'm breaking it down. It says, so this is what, see, and I don't want to hear it from none of y'all Democrat loving people. I don't want to hear it, right? Even some of y'all conservative Republicans. This dude, Joe Biden, everybody talk about, oh man, he just wrote it. Oh man, people, other people, was the ones that, was pushing it. And other black people wanted it. And a lot of black people wanted it though. And, the Republicans, you know what I'm saying, was in on it too. This dude, Strom Thurmond and him were both Democrats. It was called the Strom Thurmond Biden. It was called Thurmond Biden Violent Crime. What is it? Wait, Violent Crime Control Act in 1990, and this was in 1991. That wasn't that long ago. This wasn't in the 60s. This wasn't in the 70s. This is in 91. So this is getting you ready for the crime bill. This is the generic version of the crime bill. Do you see what I just checked? Did you see that? It says, do you know who Strom Thurmond is, Shaq? Strom Thurmond, not strong, but Strom Thurmond.
Yeah, I heard of him.
You talking about racist? You talking about not liking brothers? This motherfucker, bro.
When have they ever put a strict crime bill on any so-called white motherfuckers that come here and terrorize and murder and kill and burn?
You notice they never do that. This is like the third, fifth, 10th time they did with us, because and then the other one was the war on drugs. That was like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And but see, they did. But then when they was on opiums, there was no war on opioids. There wasn't no war on pills or no war on lean or nothing like that. That's interesting. It was just a war on crack and drugs when it involved us selling it and us doing it. You see what I'm saying? But see, that wasn't just getting us hooked. See, that's getting you hooked and messing up your life, and that's making you a repeat offender in the prison industrial complex. You see what I'm saying? That's a good point. When are they gonna be have these war on these mass shooters? When are they? You already know what I think about those. You know, when are they gonna have these war on you know what I'm saying? You know, these you know, people coming to this country illegally. When are they gonna have a war on you send high taxes? When are they gonna have a war on the Federal Reserve? They ain't gonna never have a war on the Federal Reserve. Ooh, you ain't gonna hear a YouTuber say that too, by the way. They'll never have a war on the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is the one controlling. The World Economic Forum is controlling. The International Monetary Fund, you know what I'm saying? Forum. They control. They the ones that got influence and power. Those are the criminals and the crooks. You're never going to hear a war on them, no. It's funny as how it's a war on the taxpayers. It's a war on the taxpayers. But damn, don't you think we should start paying taxes then? We ain't gonna do that. We should just call it the war on the taxpayers. The people that's not a part of the municipalities, let's call it that. The people that's not a part of the fake establishment, fake rogue, you know what I'm saying? Tyrannical government, you know what I mean? De facto government. You know what I mean? Look at what it's called. The Biden-Thurman Violent Crime Control. So, see, it's funny because there's never no violent crime war on the biker gangs, the white biker gangs. You don't ever hear no war on them. You don't ever hear them because they be killing each other and shooting motherfuckers up too, and extorting and all this shit. You don't, and money laundering. You don't hear about no war on crime on them. How come you don't see no? Why we don't never see no Ricos on any of these biker gangs?
Now hold on.
These triad.
You said some key, right? A war. They declared a war on the so-called melanated North American man of war, the United States government. They say, well, what was the war at? What war? Why would they pay reparations?
Why would you declare war?
If I had to make a claim, that would be the war right there for reparations.
That's a good point. I mean, this dude this dude looks like you know what I'm saying? Like a mummy, you know what I'm saying? He look like straight, you know what I mean? Like a vulture, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude look like, you know what I mean?
What year did stop and frisk did they cause they ain't never really stopped it. What year did they really implement stop and frisk? Was this after this? Or was it during that crime bill time?
You know what?
Was it all in that same?
No, stop and frisk was after. Stop and frisk was like
what, like the 80s? Stop and frisk came in with about the 80s, 90s?
That was like early, like late 90s, 2000s. I remember that. I remember I was in New York when that bullshit was going down too. That shit was some bullshit. See that stereotype, but that's like that's like a more of a
war, man. That's war. That's declaring war on a group of people, yo.
War. That is war, bro. That's true.
When you surveillance, when you're using military tech, you surveillance. Ooh. You know, you set up sting operations and shit, entrapment things and shit, wiretaps, and you doing you stop and frisk shit. That's war. That's war. You set up. You come on, man. We can't call nothing else but that.
Right.
That's why they can claim themselves getting away with harassing, stopping and harassing you. You know? Putting out laws like what they call it? Like five or more blacks or something is in the group. The mob. What they call it? Whatever call it. Mob activity.
Wow, bro.
Come on, man. See?
Damn, that's a good point, man.
If anybody if they wanted to claim a war, that would be the war.
That'd be the war.
Those would be the wars that they enacted and acted on. Enacted and acted on with extreme prejudice.
That is two different things, enacted and acted. With extreme prejudice. That's a good point. That's a good ass point, man. That's a good point, man. They still doing it to this day.
Yeah, they still do it. They still stop and frisk people, man. I mean, they still stop and frisk us, man, at will. They play like, I'm conducting an investigation. What crime? What crime was committed? You could just What you could just conduct a investigation off the initial contact? What crime was being committed?
Damn, I thought a crime had to be committed. When the motherfucking what's the name? The CIS, what's the motherfuckers called? Where they fucking CSI Miami, those motherfuckers. When they when it's some dead bodies right there, the coroner comes, boom, they're investigating, right?
Yeah, or some type of
that shit with this ain't that bullshit with that. What's that shit called? The Minority Report with motherfucker pre-crime and shit. The motherfucker investigating crime before it happened and shit, a murder before that shit happens. This ain't that. You know what I'm saying? You're right. You don't fucking motherfuckers ain't guilty and motherfuckers till proven innocent. Motherfucker ain't guilty, but see, we are though. You know what I'm saying? And then they throw that other shit. Oh, guilty by association. Oh, you with the mother. Damn, okay, damn, fuck it. You on the police report then. I mean, you on the police force then. You guilty by association too, because half these motherfuckers are racist, half these motherfuckers steal, half these motherfuckers done beat somebody, beat a nigga up, right? Come on. Yeah. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100, right? Does that make sense?
A lie. How is you a federal officer, a state officer, or a government officer of the government, officer, and you can lie, but if we lie, you know what I'm saying? It's a crime.
It's a crime. Look at
they can purge you in line all the time.
That's a good point. Look at the what's the name too. Watch. Look at this motherfucker. Let's finish this up real quick, man. This dude. I mean, if you could team up with a racist dude like that, and then you y'all name a bill, a act after, but see, it's just the act, not a bill. It's not law. It's just the act. That's what they do. Act. Get it? The Civil Rights Act that has to be enacted every 25 years. Ooh.
Control Act in 1991. Biden also spoke at his funeral.
We became good friends. I'm not sure exactly.
You're talking about a racist dude named Charles Thurman, by the way. You're talking about one of the, I mean, I think the dude was part of he was a segregationist. I don't think he was a part of the Klan, but he was down with Robert Byrd that was a part of the Klan. Let's go.
Exactly why or how it happened, Nancy. But you know we did.
In the lead up to the 2008 election, Biden was also in the spotlight for a number of comments, including referring to Barack Obama as articulate and clean, and associating Indian immigrants with Dunkin' Donuts and 7-Eleven chains.
Do these gaffes or misunderstandings, or however you would characterize them, indicate you're uncomfortable talking about race, or are people just being too sensitive?
I think that I have my whole career. I got involved in public policy. I got involved in politics because of the civil rights movement.
Biden also has an unreliable history surrounding his own involvement in the civil rights struggle. He has at times claimed to have been deeply involved, at other times not that active, and in the lead up to the 2020 election, once again claimed to have been heavily involved.
Oh, but see, I gotta say I'm involved when I run for office. Ooh. And when I'm not in office and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then I gotta switch it up again. Because it don't matter because I'm not running for office, so what does it matter? But then when I run for office again and shit, I gotta play it off. Because remember that 2020 rant, that was when he was running for president, by the way. See, these people are so fake and plastic, man. See, your family member or somebody you know, it's funny how you'll point out when they're fake and plastic or they're jealous or they're haters, but you don't point out when these motherfucking these politicians, these people on this TV, these celebrities, get it, celebrate, right? When these stars, you know what I'm saying? Famous people, politicians, people on TV, when they do something, then it's I gotta defend this motherfucker. I gotta put this up in my shoes. I gotta put myself in their shoes. It's interesting though. They're not thieves. They're not haters. They're not liars. They're not thieves or crooks, right? But people you know that you mad at or something, or you're not feeling something or whatever, then they're all that. We're so full of it as people, man. We like see the biggest Christians will worship these dudes. Well, I thought God said not to worship. All right, let me play the rest of this.
He was also caught out claiming to have been
I'm not surprised. We're not surprised. I ought to play videos before this dude saying crazy stuff about us, you know?
arrested trying to visit Nelson Mandela.
This day, 30 years ago, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison and entered into discussions about apartheid. I had the great honor of meeting him. I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto trying to get to see him on Robbins Island.
You now say you weren't arrested and it didn't happen in Soweto. You were at the airport in Johannesburg and you were stopped from going through the door for blacks. I guess the question is, were you confused or were you just trying to embellish a story?
Offered the chance to run with Biden in 2020, Kamala Harris's once scathing criticisms about race faded away, and the two have worked closely since winning the election.
I believe you that you're fully supportive of him. How does
Yeah,
that
let you know
transition
she's
happen?
a
How do
chameleon
you
there,
go
man.
from being such a
Man,
passionate opponent on
trust that
such
slime ball.
bedrock principles for you, and now
Unless you want to start
you guys
laughing.
seem to be pals.
Unless you want to start busting up, man.
It was a debate.
Not everybody landed punches like you
She
did.
laughed too
though.
damn much.
It
Man.
was a debate.
I need to put an apple in her mouth.
It was a debate, so you don't believe that. See, she just lets you know that this stuff is staged. This stuff is staged. It's scripted.
Act, baby.
It's an act, just like these damn civil rights acts is an act. And y'all for y'all that don't know, the act is not actually law. It's not policy. It's just some bullshit they put up. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why the Civil Rights Act, get it? Color of law, you know what I'm saying, is invalid. So guess what? They give you the Civil Rights Act that is invalid because you see what I'm saying? It's an act. Get it? See, these people, they speak some kind of legalese or something. You know, we don't speak the same language as these people do. You know what I'm saying? And they also go by maritime law. You know what I'm saying? They go by all types of shit that we just not, a lot of us just not ready for that, because we got TikTok, we got Real Housewives of Atlanta, we got Love and Hip Hop, we got what's the other bullshit they be watching, a lot of that stupid ass shit they be watching. You see what I'm saying? So you know, we got Megan Thee Stallion and what's her name?
Snap.
We good. You know what I'm
We
saying?
watching Snap.
See, why do women watch those crazy? See, I'm starting to think a lot more people are crazier than they let off to be. And I think there's some kind of secret snap in a lot of them, because why are you watching that? Why are you watching these women like these women killing and brutally beating niggas over the head? Like y'all like watching that. Y'all like low-key fan it like men don't have a sexual fantasy about them. These females have a bloody fan it, like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's another, but that's funny. They do be watching shit like that though. But I mean, we got so much distraction, man. We distracted so much, man. We're not gonna really we're not gonna use the internet for no education. We're not gonna use it for no wisdom and knowledge. We're not gonna use that. We're gonna use it for stupid shit. We're gonna use it to watch bitches twerk. We're gonna use it to watch these dudes talk about they got the ops and they on the ops and they waving Dracos and stuff in the air, and you know, drinking lean. And you basically you're doing when you do drink lean, that's basically like heroin. It's basically opioid. Didn't they say Joel Santana lost his teeth because of that shit, doing that shit? What does that tell you? What do you think that's inside? So we think that shit is cool to do that. See, it's funny because the era I grew up in, like, cats used to sell drugs, not do drugs. You know, now these cats are doing drugs. It's weird. And you got cats like Future, oh man, you know, lean and Molly, you know, this motherfucker, you don't do drugs. You
Not a Haitian.
Future don't even smoke weed. He don't do
Not a Haitian.
Yes, exactly. So you see, you just like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is telling these females to sell they sell their stuff and to be promiscuous, but she's married and got a husband. Interesting. You know, what's his name was married. I don't know if she can get divorced, but Cardi B is still officially married. So you got a whole family out here, but you tell these broads to do this and do that and buy, you know, have these dudes buy this and that and just hop from one dude to one dude, but that's just crazy, man. That is, I mean, are these people plants? But see, that lets you know too. They know it's all about psychological. It's being psychological with people. Propaganda, and they know that it's all about, you know what I'm saying, just feeding the public opinion, man. Just, you know. All right, so let me go on this real quick about this real quick.
So you don't mean it?
It was a debate. That the whole reason, literally, it was a debate. It was called a debate.
I understand.
Traveled to the debate. There were journalists there covering the debate, where there would be a debate of differences of opinion and issues. I am 1000% supportive of Joe Biden, and I will again do everything I can to make sure he is elected.
The Democrats may be keen to forget Biden's past, but should everyone else have to as well?
Oh, interesting. All right, so let's go into Donald Trump real quick. So okay, we went into with this dude. This dude is ridiculous. So let's talk about. I want to see what's up with Donald Trump, what he was saying at this black conference, man. So let me see. So we went in on this guy. I want to see how ridiculous this stuff he was saying about. Okay, so let me see. Oops. All right, so I'm gonna play this from a couple different little sources right here. All right, so we going. Let's go. Okay, so let's go into this real quick. Let's go on this one. We're going this one. All right, so this is fair use, 1976, under Section 107. This is a Copyright Act. I have this gives me fair use to report on this for educational purposes and commentary purposes. All right, so, and in criticism purposes, there's gonna be a lot of criticism in this video because this dude. I don't really want to hear what he's saying. You know what I mean? So let's go in real quick.
There is electromagnetic energy in that pyramid between.
I'm being indicted for you, the black population. I am being indicted for a lot of different groups.
Yeah, that's real. Donald Trump spoke at an event hosted by an organization called the Black Conservative Federation in Columbia, South Carolina. The Black Conservative Federation is led by someone who also runs an organization called Black Voices for Trump. This is one of the most unhinged, racist, weird speeches I've ever seen. Let's just
come on. I want to hear this. I mean, this is a European. This is a white dude. Because I want to hear what he see. At least you know what I mean. Like, but see, I don't like.
Hold on, Frank.
I don't like.
But then it say.
I don't like when they be white Democrats or left leaning, and then they criticize. I like when it's I want to hear this from an actual conservative motherfucker to see if they would agree on what he was saying. What we gonna say is racism, or just weird.
Right, because did it say the organization was a black conservative that they brought him there, that put on this event?
Right.
Okay, well, he's speaking directly to them then. So how is it racist if he's speaking directly to them? That they brought them there. They brought him there to speak to them and speak for them or represent them in some type of way.
Right. I want to see. I just want to see this video, man. Because I think some of the stuff he was saying was kind of weird, or just maybe he was uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what he said real quick.
Let's go through it here. Donald Trump says that the reason that he can relate to black people is because he got indicted. Here, play this clip.
And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing. But
yeah, it's actually.
Well, he said like.
Hold on, Frank. Say it again, man. Let me hear it one more time.
He be animated like a motherfucker. You know, Nicki Minaj be animated with her rap.
Actually, what he said.
All crazy. Like that's what.
It's been pretty amazing, but
yeah, that's actually not AI. That's
so badly and discriminated against. And a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing, but
yeah, that's actually not AI.
I mean,
that's actually what he said.
I mean,
here
they
he basically says that again. Play the clip.
I think that's why the black people are so much on my side now, because they see what's happening to me happens to them. Does that make sense? I've heard that. When I did the mugshot in Atlanta, you know that mugshot is #1. Elvis Presley is Elvis Presley's number 2, and Frank Sinatra's. They had Frank Sinatra for fighting, and they had Elvis for, I don't know, something in a gas station. He tried to hold up a gas station. I don't know, something. Elvis. So Elvis is number 2, but he was always number 1. The mugshot, we've all seen the mugshot. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece. It's pretty amazing. Millions, by the way, millions of these things have been.
Here, Donald Trump asks the audience at the Black Conservative Federation in South Carolina if they know Cary Grant and Sidney Poitier.
I'm not sure that Cary Grant, do you know Cary Grant? He was this very handsome guy. I'm going to put it more in this. Sidney Poitier, I thought he was very handsome, right? When he was 81, I'm not sure he looked great in a bathing suit. I don't know if anybody looks too great in a bathing suit at 81. What do you think? Maybe these guys look good in a bathing suit. But
Talks about whether you'd rather have a white president or a black president, and play the clip.
less. Would you rather have the black president or the white president who got 1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now.
What are you talking about?
He talks about vanilla and
What's
chocolate ice cream.
Who was he talking about? See, that was kind of weird, bro. Like, what do you mean? Who was the black? Why he say that, right? But see, this is the thing, though, too. White and black are statuses, you know, or white's a status, and the black and them, that's misnomers. But at the same time, it's like, what was he talking about, though? He kind of lost me right there. What does he mean, the black? Was he talking about Obama? Who was he? Or is he talking about Joe Biden? Because I don't understand. I didn't get that. Did you get that, Shaq? It kind of lost me right there. I'm like, what is he talking about?
Hey, well, he pandering and speaking to the constituents, the black Confederate constituents.
That part,
constituents.
when he said that part, I didn't understand that. I think it's like, what black president? Like the black guy? Who's he talking? I'm saying, who's he talking about? Obama? I'm confused. He lost me right there. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking
That's
about?
the only other black president, allegedly.
That's what I'm saying.
Outside of Johnny Hanson that we know of.
Right. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. I was confused right there.
Play the clip.
Think of this. Jim from NBC. And he's like, yes. Mr. President, what's your favorite color of the ice cream and flavor of the ice cream? Okay. Then he picks up a card and he reads the answer. My favorite color is black. But my favorite ice cream is vanilla.
He then talks about how he has more people after his ass than anyone. Play the clip.
I have more people after my ass than anybody.
Whoa.
I don't think there's ever been a criminal, the worst criminal in history has not had the kind of...
What's up? That's what I'm saying. He's saying some weird shit, like, you know what I'm saying? They're like racist. Okay, that one comment, I didn't when he said the black guy and the white guy, what was that all about? But everything else, what he's saying, why is he saying that shit? Is he tipsy? Is he, you know?
Right. No, it's an act, man. Like, it's called
on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like
these are so-called black conservatives that put on these events. So he's speaking directly to.
They could be just because you not all what's the names just because you black don't you know what I'm saying don't necessarily mean you're gonna be a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Like those you know what I mean, those secret society motherfuckers. You could be a Republican too. You know they don't see it's but like you said they play both sides. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to see what tangible is he. Did the people in the audience get to ask him some questions, some presidential questions? Ask him for something tangible for the vote. I mean, are we just gonna sit here and just laugh and laugh at the antics and shit? Because it don't make sense if you're gonna convert over to the Republican Party and do the same asinine shit you did while you was in the Democrat Party. Symbolic gestures and shit. See. I thought we were way more advanced, way more intelligent now. We was way more educated and sophisticated than our predecessor generation.
And weren't we just complaining about the Democrats? Oh, they're not giving us tangibles. We can't see that. We gotta stop that, man. We're picking and choosing, man. We have to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Neither one ain't gonna do nothing for you. Don't fuck with either one of them. See, we that's one thing about us, man. We it's like that's why Crips and Blood, like the gang shit, all that. That's why certain shit, you know what I'm saying, resonates to us because guess what? We like to pick and choose. We like to be one or the other, or you know what I'm saying, good or bad. Like we like the duality. We be on that duality, man. That's
But just remember, the Republicans allegedly their party is not necessarily for social subsidies, government subsidies now. So hey,
I see what you're saying.
I mean, you know, see, people, we gotta.
But guess what? That means that a lot of Europeans. That means a lot of Europeans should support me. Because guess what? Guess who's the ones that are mostly on welfare? Take a guess, right? But see, there goes the narratives again. The poor whites love Trump more than anybody. How about that? Right?
If you allowed asylum, if you're allowed to seek asylum, just the main fact of just being able to apply for citizenship, to a green card, visa, a visa card, college tuition, military, asylum, seeking asylum, that there is welfare. That's a welfare state in itself. What you talking about? That's a social benefit. That's the economical, you know what I'm saying? Handout.
It is.
What?
That's exactly what handout. Like I'm up. That's a good point. That's a good point, Shaq. That's a good point, dude. You're right. And see, we're not gonna look at it like that. But see, that's what I don't. Okay, here comes when these you know, the European conservatives. I got to get back on why y'all not on. Y'all don't like these social programs and y'all clown that much and get on people for being on these that much. Okay, why don't y'all? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all not on y'all on the? You got these stories and you got these news stations, these Fox and stuff talking about the migrant stuff. But why y'all not really like pushing it hard? Like, but see, because y'all know this. To be honest, y'all other groups just don't want us to have nothing. Y'all don't mind if other groups have a little something, but y'all really don't want us to have nothing. That's that. See, if they was just honest about that and just kept it real, you know what I'm saying? I think we would have more respect. What do you think, Shaq? Right?
I mean, yeah, man, we talk about some of our people being on government assistance and stuff, and a lot of these foreigners, they come here and they stay on government assistance. Why the other half is going to school, going to college, getting degrees and getting, you know, middle class positions and stuff, you know, in the middle, you know, corporate world, corporate America. The other half is still collecting benefits, still collecting the social benefits. You know what I'm saying? The welfare benefits and stuff.
How about they come here?
They got business. These got motherfuckers that got benefits, and there's certain tax laws, certain different clauses, and where they can still claim benefits and stuff. They getting all that. They ain't leaving nothing on the table. They ain't coming here talking about, oh, I ain't finna accept this benefit because I'm, you know what I'm saying, I got pride and ego. Nigga, they taking all them benefits, nigga, as long as they can get them. As long as they can get them. As long as they qualify for them. As long as it's available benefits. They take it. They accept them. They all in the food. These people they have a nice vehicle, nice cars. You still at these food pantries, nigga, filling up their car, got name on cars, nigga, full of this stuff at these food pantries. Salvation Armies and stuff. They getting everything they can get. Everything that's on the table, they getting it. They getting it. But somehow we allowed ourselves to be shamed for so-called government subsidies or getting something free from the government, whether it's local or federal government, local government or whatever, or, you know, when you ain't got shit anyway.
Damn, people don't be having shit. That's what I be tripping off, dude. Like rent or shit.
Niggas don't want to go to no pantry, nigga. You ain't got no food, so you gonna just starve. You ain't got no food. Even if you working. You got people that's working full time and still can't afford to pay buy groceries, stock their house up, their cabin and stuff.
And then the wages. Look at how the wages is, and then look how the cost of living is, and then not even just that. You know what I'm saying? Not even just that, the cost of living, you know what I'm saying, keep going up. You know, and the thing is, you know, it's different in different states. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's another thing too. So the U.S. government plays you just by that jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm gonna give you jurisdiction now. Okay, now I could really be unfair about how I could pay these motherfuckers versus these motherfuckers. I could pay California a little bit more than but guess what? California, you know what I'm saying, is that because you know the taxes is high as hell. You know what I'm saying? The cost of living is high, but still we can still have them fight for the crumbs by giving these fast food workers to 20 something dollars an hour versus the regular person. You know what I'm saying? Still getting minimum wages, getting less than that. It's just it's crazy, man. They got us fighting for crumbs, man. They got us for fighting for crumbs. You know what I'm saying? Everything is divided by everything: race, sex, gender. You know what I'm saying? Off top, you know, natural origin, religion, all this, you know, madness. You know what I mean? And that's another thing too. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? They try to, you know, have these other groups come over here and be over here, stuff like that, under those pretense of religion. Man, let's just keep it real. Oh man, these are the creed people. So guess what? You know, it's in the Bible that they're the chosen and all. It's ridiculous, bro. Just look up Romans 13, 1 and 2. That basically says that you got to abide by the government. If you don't abide by the government, you don't love. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't abide by God. It says that in the. So what does that tell you, bro? Come on. If it says that in the Bible, that's kind of gives me a red flag, or is it just me? Does that give you a red flag too, it says that? So who translated this bad boy? Whoever translated this bad boy, part of the establishment, or they was probably, guess what? They probably did in the 1700s when they established the Illuminati. Ooh.
Well, how do you say government in Hebrew?
Ooh, damn. You know what? Let's look that up. Let's look that up, man. Hold on.
There are a lot of so-called, a lot of people, man. Black folks calling themselves Hebrew, calling themselves the Israelites. What language do you speak? What's the indigenous Israelite dialect or language? I don't know. Just trying to see.
Let me look it up. Hold up, all right. Let me see. Hold up, my bad, man. This could be that. That is a good question, you know, right? Like, what is the definition of that, man? It's like in Hebrew, man, because it's like, it's just too much, you know. It's just a lot of narratives that fit this, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and it's all by design, man. It's gonna stay like that too, man. Because like I said, man, one thing, you know, Trump or none of these dudes. That's why I can't never be like, oh, I'm for this person, Frank, and organizers for this person. You ain't talking about draining the swamp. If you ain't talking about
Have Trump? What's his plan for so-called his black constituents? Have he came out with a plan, a specific legislation that's being grafted that he's specifically going to do for so-called his constituents, black constituents?
I mean, it was the platinum plan, but that's a good point. How come he never did? And why didn't he do it? Why didn't he do it?
No, I'm saying, is the platinum plan still on the table? I mean, what's the
you know what?
What's the language in it? I mean, talk to me, because I ain't heard nobody talk about no more about a platinum plan. All they've been talking about just voting for Trump and putting him in there. Which I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm just asking questions.
That's a good question.
But if you're gonna still so-called switch over to be Republican, but you still do the non-complacent, you still being non-complacent, you still being stagnant, you still being looking for symbolism, right? And falling for what's the word I'm looking for? Instead of requiring tangibles, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still leaving it up all to them to dictate what they're gonna do for you, even if they do anything for you. Because if these supposed to be people that's representing, it's a party or administration that's supposed to do what? Administer what the people say, do, and want them to.
Right.
Correct?
You're right.
So we should be throwing everything at the wall right now. Hey, look here. You know what I'm saying? This is what we propose. What's the proposal? I know there's probably something behind the scenes that they probably ain't gonna make notice to the public until, probably around April or May with, around, midsummer, which they always do.
Which they always do. They're full of it. That's a good question. Though. What is it? I want to see. We're gonna have to look at that.
Because if the contract of Black America, is that still on the table? Is niggas still for that or what?
I know where's Ice Cube at. You know what I'm saying? I can during this whole election, you don't hear nothing about him or this whole shit. It's been, you know what I mean?
Shit. Dude, considering what people was on, why I wouldn't stick my neck out there no more either. Shit. Considering, why would I stick my neck out there again when we was saying you jumping in line and all this? And man, we get right to the point, man. What's up with this contract, yo? We got language in this contract, nigga. This start right here. You speaking their language.
And you notice everybody don't have to, with like other groups, no matter if they from this country or whatever, not, they don't have to ask for nothing. They get it all rolled down the red carpet. But see, to their representation, they break it down for them. And see,
there you go. They got representation. And if they ain't representing them, they get them up out of there.
Right.
See? Right. Put somebody in there that's going to represent you, dude. My thing, don't nobody else need no more representation. Everybody got their own representation, dog.
Right.
But for some reason, our selected, I don't know if it's elected, selected representation, hey, we have to share representation with everybody else, but everybody else don't have to share representation. They don't, when the Chinese caucus or the Latino caucus, they're not saying that they're gonna delegate anything for so-called, and I hate using this shit black, but for some reason we got every group of racial motherfuckers in the black caucus, allegedly, that's representing. And that's what the trick. There's so much games and tricks going on, man.
Right. That makes sense. Other groups could be because that black, and then black is like so the black is like absence of color. So it's like that makes sense. So it's a lot of play on words with that shit too, but and then it's like metaphor with that too. So it's absence of color, it's the absence of a person though. It's a dead end law.
Be lack. It says it in the word. The word says be lack. You be lack. What you be lacking? Oh my God.
The play on them words, man. It's the legalese. It's just, and then the numbers with the gematria and then the numerology, and it's just, you know what I'm saying, the maritime law, you know what I'm saying, with these, you know, with the commerce act, was it something operating in commerce and all that, and you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Commerce, but that's all this really is commerce. G. That's why everybody can come in and get up under these corporations and LLCs.
Right.
Incorporate yourself because it's commerce. That's really what this. I'm gonna be honest, man. That's really what this. They claim the Constitution, all these great law, all that shit was all up under commerce, UCC, right?
Right.
With the so a lot of people come in, but see what happened is a lot of so-called, I don't want to say governments, organizations have been allowed to adapt that and use that as law. Use it as law to govern people. See, we getting mixed up with a corporate entity compared to a living being. a living speed. You know what I'm saying? A living man or a living woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's getting, with the public and the privacy. See, we want to talk how to operate as a corporation
Right.
and leave our private in the private. Whatever we claim in the stake in our claim, whatever our bloodline is, whatever, let your corporate fictitious entity, operate within the corporate. But
I see what
see,
you
somehow we got tricked and we merging the two. We claiming things in the public when we should be, keeping that shit private.
That makes sense. That's why the
So
people in the
everybody gets in, huh?
My bad. That's why a lot of people. My bad. That's why a lot of people in the private sector are making more money than people, or the people in the private sector, or you know what I'm saying. I see what you're saying, and then two, that makes sense. We were saying because if you think about it, you know what I mean. That makes sense. You operating. See, they have you in all caps. You're the corporation. You see what I'm saying? But we're not operating. We're operating like what I mean, like regular or private. You know what I mean? Versus the corporation. But then they're making money off you, and they're labeling you as a corporation by having your names in all caps. You see what I'm saying? And misidentifying you. It's crazy. Just like the Mom's Award. You know what I'm saying? Mom's Award. I mean, you're awarded the state, and Mom. What was it? The kids awarded the state, and the mom is the enemy of the state or something because she signs that birth certificate, man. Ooh, that birth certificate, dude. She signs you over to the state as a ward of the state.
That and when they trick the women, trick the mothers in to sign up to be a custodial parent instead of the rightfully living parent, live parent, or whatever. They trick yourself into calling yourself the custodial parent, meaning the state has more authority. Shit, they can regulate you, they can audit you, and take your child from you.
Yep. That's why they do that. They're doing all this crazy stuff on these kids in these schools. That makes sense. And I feel like the parents, we feel like we don't have no say, so you kind of don't. And then you sign this shit over, but it's crazy. Everything's a trick. School,
it's a trick, though.
Is a trick, man. That's some technology for your ass. Going to school, and then to find out, you know what I'm saying, you go to school, and then when you get older and shit, life fucking hits you and upside the head. You realize that college ain't really for you, you know what I'm saying? Or college is just a debt thing, you know what I mean? Unless you can afford some type of financial aid, you know what I'm saying? And that mostly a lot of times that's just that shit's in the junior college level, the financial aid. You see what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. The taxes is a scam because you shouldn't be paying taxes. How you taking taxes every week out of my check for a whole 365 days, and I only get one lump payment a year. That's it, and that ain't even a third of the damn what you're taking out. That's money laundering, dude. It's I mean not money laundering. That's embezzlement, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Sounds like extortion to me.
Oh yeah, extortion. There we go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like extortion, like a mug, man. It's a racket. Just like war's a racket.
Yeah, because even if you're paying the tax, then that means you should have more say so of where those tax funds are going and how you want them to apply.
If I'm gambling, if I'm paying a gamble, I could choose what I want to gamble, how and what I want to gamble, dude. Ooh, see, that's some bullshit right there. Even when I'm gambling and if I'm wasting money, I still have a little bit of control. Like, damn, dude, when I'm wasting money by giving this shit to y'all, having y'all take this shit out, and I don't even have no control. Damn, this is worse than gambling. Ooh. Damn, this bars right.
Then they claim if you don't pay enough into the FICA or federal tax or state tax, whatever, you end up owing. How?
How does that work,
Damn.
man? That shit is crazy, man. How I owe from the shit you took out of my shit? That shit is crazy, dude. These people And they talk about see
Especially you got people that's making less than 100,000 a year, dude.
I know.
If you make it less than 75,000, 80,000 a year,
it should be exempt.
Why would you even? Why would you imply a tax? I don't know.
And you get taxed more than them.
You get penalized, yeah, if you don't pay a certain amount of
They make more than you, and they taxes are lower than yours. See that right there, is that's just like when the you know what I'm saying, when the dad, that's just like when the dad is he get hit with the child support. You get hit with the child support. You know what I'm saying, that the what's the name, the state gets some of that.
But see, that's why you're supposed to be operating in the commerce. I mean, you're supposed to be that. See, that's I don't know how they allow that shit to spill over to regular people, G, because we weren't taught all that. That's why you think corporations get different tax cuts. If you know the tax codes and that shit. Why you think these corporations get certain tax breaks? Right? LLC get certain tax breaks because that's what it was set up for. But somehow they're applying that tax to regular people that ain't necessarily operating. I don't know, man. It's some tricky shit going on, G. It's some slick, tricky, illegal stuff going on. Huh?
It's supposed to be for a corporation or a company, not a regular person.
But technically, if they sign you up to be a corporation, we just don't know how to operate that corporation. That's how we keep getting tripped up. So we weren't taught how to operate our corporate entity and keep it separate from the private entity.
And then they say that even your signature is worth a certain amount of money and shit. But that would make sense because if you're a corporation, right?
Social Security card is a credit card. That's your credit. We're technically supposed to be the creditor, not the debtor.
Ooh. That's
right?
bars
The birth certificate is the bond, right? The birth certificate is the bond. You got a certain amount that comes with that bond. That birth certificate, which is a bond, and you got a certain amount to come with the Social Security card, which is actually a credit card. It's your credit. Remember when they did the Federal Reserve Act or whatever, when they consolidated all gold and silver and stuff and confiscated it and consolidated it over into the Federal Reserve or whatever, and start issuing debt notes. Right?
Right.
Ain't that's what the ain't this fiat? Ain't this the debt note? Ain't that's what the so-called dollar is? The debt note. Right? Promissory note, right? The debt note.
Promissory note.
So that means they paid off allegedly they paid off all our debt, all the debt of the American people. The debt was already paid once they consolidated the coin, the gold and silver, right?
Right.
And came up with the debt note, meaning they could print IOUs, which is really a promissory note, saying a promise to pay. Technically, we're not even supposed to be paying. Technically, where they got it set up, we're not even supposed to be paying any debt because it's already paid. It's already set up in these trusts and all, you know what I'm saying, through the treasuries and all this shit. And like I said, allegedly, every time they ask for your Social Security number, they're debiting, they're taking credits out your account, your trust that was set up, your trust account, treasury account that was set up. That's what they're paying you. They're paying you when they say they're paying you on these jobs. That's what they're doing. Anytime they're giving you a social benefit, they taking it out of your account and giving it right back to you. They don't have no authority. They don't have no. That's how it goes. It's coming out of your account. They paying you your money and fiduciating your account and giving you your own money back to you while you paying an illegal debt, while you paying the debt to them, and they add interest to the so-called debt that you accumulate.
It's crazy too. Just like it's crazy. There's another play on words too. Just like this, for example, there's no debtor's prison. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is how they do it though. You know what I'm saying? But see, there's no debtor's prison, but hell, which is hell. You know what I'm saying? That shit where the devil's supposed to be at. That's supposed to be the debtor's prison. But that's another thing. But look, there's no debtor's prison, right? But at the same time, they'll put your ass. See, if you owe child support, they put your ass in jail. But see, if there's not a debtor's prison, then why can't I go to jail for a cable building? You see that? You see how these people are? They slick, they do the the play on words, the legalese, you know what I'm saying, and all types of because they know that we still have love and hip hop. They know we still have Real Housewives, motherfucking all these distractive ass shows. You know what I'm saying? Non-reality TV, right? You see what I'm saying? We got TikTok and Instagram. It's just all distractions at this point. You know what I'm saying? And it's really close. It's pulling men and women and just people, period, farther apart and closer apart. Really, you see what I'm saying? It got you socially awkward. It got you to where you know what I'm saying. Certain type, you can't even really say hi to a female nowadays, without her thinking, or hold a door for her without her thinking something. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting how a lot of this stuff is playing out. You see what I'm saying? It's just interesting, man. Social media is not really, it's not socializing at all. It's really unsocializing you. It's drawing a gang of narratives towards us and our people, especially us and our women. Got our women saying all this crazy stuff about us online. Got something called a divester movement, which is our women basically divesting from us, like we're some kind of scum of the earth. Excuse me, which is really interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought y'all wanted good men, dude. If you wanted good men, why are you talking about divesting them? See, we can't have it both ways. You see what I'm saying? We can't have it both ways at all. You see what I'm saying? But who's really establishing from this shit is the establishment. You see what I'm saying? They're the ones that are really getting it's a lot of money laundering going on. It's a lot of it's fraud on all levels. You see what I'm saying? It's extortion. And see, we don't call that out, but see, when somebody's gangbanging and they want to turn their money clean and we'll get a little, or when they, you know what I'm saying, then we want to call that out. We want to call RICO on certain people. We want to call RICO on the politicians. You know what I mean? Why these people from these municipalities never get hit with no RICO? You see what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, a lot of these little rappers and shit, all that shit a lot of that should be scripted too, because you're a celebrity, dude. How would the feds not know if you're a part of the establishment? How would they not know what you're doing? That doesn't make no sense. Oh, their family find out and this and that. No, bro. You're a part of the establishment, dude. You're a part of the people. You know you took some kind of oath. So how do you get busted like this then, if you took the oath? That doesn't make no sense. Why even take the oath then if you don't have no? That's just like joining a union job and you don't have no kind of job security. Nigga, why even join a union job? You feel what I'm saying? It's like, it's just, no, man. See, the thing is about this world and about this type of shit, there are motherfuckers that are pretty smart, like us and shit, that can decode a lot of this shit. But most 80% of the masses won't be able to. And they don't care because they got love and hip hop. Why would they care? Then their favorite episode is gonna be on tonight at motherfucking 10 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? They go into the job, clocking in. They go into school to try to work for somebody else to get them rich until they 60, 70 years old, which doesn't make no sense. Why would you? That's beyond. I'm getting into the slavery thing because, and then at least in indentured servant only worked for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. Okay, shit, my 6 is up. I'm gonna holler at y'all. You know what I mean? But nowadays, you working 60 something plus, that's ridiculous. You work until you motherfucking your health has been given out. How does that work? But see, that's what they want. That's the whole point. That's by design. You see what I'm saying? But we go into this thing, you know what I'm saying? We talking about Donald Trump this and then Joe Biden that. Neither one of them are really for us. You just asked the question, what is he talking about? Is he asking these so-called black conservatives and shit? Is he asking them what they want? You know what I'm saying? Are they able to ask questions from the audience? You see what I'm saying? That's the question. We got to see the news. Any of these narratives will not break this. And a lot of these YouTubers, they're not really. A lot of these motherfuckers, man, they're not really sharp like this. To be honest, they're just going off the news narrative or the motherfucking mainstream narrative, and that's not really commentary. That's just like that's just like going with the propaganda, really. Why even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on YouTube. So, okay, why be on YouTube if you're a propagandist? You're a propagandist. That's what I'm gonna call you. You know what I'm saying? So it got us like red or blue. You know what I'm saying? Up or down. Like we got to pick one of the two, which is burnt. But see, this is what this whole two-party system got you doing, though. Got you thinking that you can only pick one of the two. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how you independent, you know what I'm saying, and all these other Green Party person, whoever the fuck, they couldn't be. It wouldn't get down to the wire as one independent trying to running against a Green Party person. Why is that? It's always Democrat, Republican. You notice it's always an order: Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republicans. Always that same order. It's never two Democrats in a row, two Republicans in a row. Why is it? You notice that? Shaq, you ever notice that? It's always this a pattern. You don't ever notice that. It's never three Democrats in a row. It's never that. It's always 1, 2, 3, 4, or they might even switch it up every now and then. 1, 2, 4, 2. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be the same shit. You know, never notice that, Shaq?
Mm-hmm.
It's always one. Okay, it's Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican. Shit, I could even get back 3 years, and it was that pattern. It was just right now we have a Democrat. It was just a Republican before that, and it was a Democrat before that. And guess what? Before that, it was a Republican. And guess what? Before Bush, it was what's his name? Bill Clinton. And then before Bill
He did
Clinton,
8 years. Didn't he do 2 years? They tried to impeach him on the second term.
Bush, I think, did 1. I mean, no, Bush did 2. Bush did do 2. Yep, and he got
Clinton did 2.
Clinton did
Right?
2. But see, it still don't see. But you notice if it don't matter if they did 4 years or 8 years, it still be that same pattern. I just went back to 4 or 5 years, and it was that same pattern. And then guess before Clinton, guess what? It was a Republican before him. You know what I'm saying? That was Bush. That's burnt, huh? Like, and wasn't that before Bush? Wasn't it Jimmy Carter doing? He was a Democrat. It wasn't him before him. Wasn't that Reagan, dude? Come on, Shaq. Come on, bro.
Who was another celebrity? Allegedly, was another celebrity / actor there.
That was Reagan, huh? Like, wow, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he was a whole actor too. See, and they came. See, it's almost like that was a psyop. The whole thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger too, because then right around that time he was in office. Tukey Williams got executed. Right. It was just interesting, like a real psyop or just stage kind of event. It was really strange how these motherfuckers worked out together. You know what I'm saying? At Muscle Beach and shit and Goals and shit like that in L.A., California, but yet they have Arnold Schwarzenegger basically pulling the plug on Tukey. It was just interesting how there's no such thing as a coincidence in this world. It'll never be like that, ever. There's no such thing as coincidence. You may think, oh, remember that motherfucker that, punk ass motherfucker that got beef with whatever, and you end up seeing that motherfucker. It's not, it's a coincidence, man. You better handle that shit however way you want to handle it, because that's God's way. That's karma. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's just the universe. You know what I'm saying? You manifesting that shit into play, really. You know what I'm saying? All positive, positive, different things resonate and you get to manifest and different things, you know what I'm saying? It start to become more positive versus negative all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But, Donald Trump, man, at this, what's his name, man, at this, one thing he said, I kind of was like, that I didn't understand why he said it. That was kind of weird. But the rest of the stuff, it just kind of like he's really kind of corny with the jokes, really. And some of the shit sound like, really. And it just sounds like he was tipsy or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play some of the rest of this and shit real quick. Try to say that. What is it? Oh, shout out Papa Duck. My bad. This is Papa Duck's. Damn, I forgot I was playing this, man. But shout out to Papa Duck. Y'all check out his channel, man. He spits some facts. You know what I'm saying? He seems to get it. A lot of these dudes don't get it. Hold up. Let me play a little bit of this Papa Duck real quick, though. Well, no, let me play the rest of what's the name of it. Let me go on to Papa Duck, man. Papa Duck be spitting. Oh, my bad. It's still on this. I'm tripping.
Tension that I've had.
Then he talks about how the lights are very bright and therefore this is who he can see in the audience. Play the clip.
Good. These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones, you see? That's how far I've come. That's how far I've come. That's a long way, isn't it?
Seems like Donald Trump is adopting our own left liberal
we've come a
tactics.
long way together. Lynn Patton.
Huh?
Here he talks about the cognitive moments he has where he mixes up people's names. Like he calls Biden Obama, and he says that he loves to interchange. Play the clip.
Being sarcastic, I interchange names all the time. Every time I interchange a name, and I do it in sarcasm, every time I interchange a name, they say, Donald Trump didn't know this one from that one. I know exactly what the hell I'm. Don't forget, I'm up here now rapping to you guys for 45 minutes without any notes.
Here he talks about other names that he was thinking about giving his social media platform. Play the clip.
They had all these different names, these crazy names that nobody understood. And, you know, like Zion, Ziananing, Dodong, Dadang. 5 letters. I said,
some really weird stuff right there. Really racist stuff. Really just some real strange stuff. Let's take a look at some of the comments that we received. Someone writes, this is from our post on our Instagram account. One person writes, so he's basically saying black people are criminals like him. Another person writes, Trump was sued for discrimination against black people and lost.
Ooh, damn, dude, hold up, yo. How come nobody ever talks about that? How come Fox News ever talk about that? How come these black conservatives don't ever talk about what's her name? Candace, I'm about to say Candace Williams. What's her name? Candace Owens? Why she never talk about that? Why they do? How come these people? What's going on? Why? You know what I mean? Why are we not talking about it? We want to be selective. We want to talk about what we feel like talking about. Why we want to be selective? Why Candace Owens ain't bringing that up? And see, that was actually for housing, right? Apartment. That's not cool. And you lost. See, that's case law. I mean, that's public access to that. You know, you get anybody. You know what I mean? So. That's sad, man. I mean, damn, you know, that's why I'm not, I don't mess with, you know what I'm saying? I don't push for nobody, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, we not pushing for people that look like us anyway. It's crazy. Ain't that right, Shaq? What you think? That's crazy. We're not pushing for people that look like us, but we really pushing hard, though. When we talk about racism, remember, racism and white supremacy at the same time that we're pushing for people that don't look like us.
Daryl writes, this is offensive. All black people haven't been to jail or indicted or had 91 felony charges personally, have never been arrested. Michael writes, garbage. Corey writes, black people don't like you, sir, 100. Another comment, did he just compare himself to the black struggle in America? WTF. Another comment we received, remember when Trump wouldn't rent to black people, got sued and convicted of being racist, or when he said the Central Park 5 should have the death penalty, even though they were proved innocent. Another comment, this dude is really taking us for a joke and laughing in our faces. Another comment, I cannot stand this moron. Another statement that we got, I wonder how those black MAGA folks feel about this. Another comment we received, like fingernails on a chalkboard, this verbal diarrhea is old, tired, and needs to just go away for good.
Yo,
another comment we received, it's official, they're no longer using dog whistles, they're just putting it right out there.
Damn, dude. That motherfucker said verbal diarrhea, nigga. Lyrical motherfucking nigga turds, nigga. Like tyrannical fucking turds in this motherfucker. That's funny, bro. That nigga said verbal diarrhea. That's funny. Whoever said that is burnt out. Let's go.
I cannot believe any person of conscience would vote for him. His voters are truly deplorable. Another comment, 3 words, Central Park 5. Another comment, Central Park 5 may feel differently. Another comment, and you and Daddy were among those people who discriminated against black people. Another response, quote, the black people, good grief. Another response, I'm half white, half black, and I would rather die then vote for him. Another
Right.
comment we received, I'm sure the quote, black people are really digging him. Stuart Beckham points out the Trump administration replaced the Affirmatively Fair Housing Act with a new rule that made it harder for communities to offer public comments about the new fair housing rules. This essentially made black public invisible when it came to overhauling fair housing policy.
Whoa, yo. Shaq, you hear that? What happened? That shit got you up again?
Yeah, it should kick me out. Mhm. Yeah.
Hold on. Yo, man, what you talking about, man?
What's that?
Ain't nobody stupid over here. You over now?
What
You
happened?
saying too much? You saying way too much in the comments.
Who
Like
that?
Junior Culture. Junior Culture talk about. I seem stupid. I'm a douche. I can, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a douche, and don't even, you know what I mean? You don't.
Well, hold on. We stated both sides. We stated what Joe Biden did, what his background was, and we stated what Trump's background was. I mean, what's the problem with that? Are we going to ignore that? See? Are we going to ignore that? I ain't telling nobody to vote for nobody. But are we going to just ignore both backgrounds? Are we? Come on. What we talking about?
And then you the one getting emotionally triggered over here. You know what I'm saying? You getting emotionally. I'm not getting, you know what I mean? I'm not getting emotionally triggered like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not getting I don't work like that.
No, well, let's have a dialogue. Tell them to come up on the panel and have a dialogue there. Let's have a real discourse instead of, throwing things in the chat. Come up on the panel and just have a dialogue there. State his case.
Right. Exactly. You can come up, you know what I mean? If it's like that.
Yeah, just state his case. I'm trying to see what angle he coming from.
Yeah,
because
it's
we
like
supposed to ignore any and everything Trump say. I mean, what's good? We just laying out things that both potential candidates, presidential candidates, the things they've said, the people they was lined up with, the things they've done in the past.
Yeah, man.
I don't want these so-called newfound Trump lovers to ignore certain things that were said, actions that were taken, whether it was good or bad. Same way y'all did with the Democratic Party. Y'all ignored a lot of the, racist that was in the Democrat Party from top bottom. And y'all voted for them for years.
Exactly. Same. It's kind of like the same.
Try to ignore what they did and said to your people, grandparents and stuff, man. God damn.
Exactly, man.
I think we get a little tied up in this identity politics. People say they're Republican, Democrat. If that ain't slavery, I don't know where that ain't no different than saying you're a Christian or you're a Muslim or you're a Hebrew Israelite or Buddhist. It's it's just a religious belief.
Right.
Calling yourself a Democrat or Republican, I think that is the most insane thing in this time of day. That's still old slavery to me.
Right.
Just my
for
opinion.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, hell yeah.
My opinion. We just state our opinions, you know what I'm saying? On both sides. We ain't biased nowhere. I ain't biased nowhere.
You got, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't understand, man. See, that's what I was saying. Us so-called black people, we like to be one of the other type of people. We don't like to look at it from the whole lens, or we don't like to look at it like, damn, maybe these motherfuckers all in together. We like to look at it, I want to be on this side. It's just like, come on, man. We gotta You know, we he made us in his image, man. So we gotta act like it, man. We be you know what I mean? We be acting too lost, you know what I mean? And look at it like this, man. You know, if this shit was set up for them, man. So you know, they gonna sabotage. Of course, they're gonna sabotage us and make it that much not easier.
Hey, look, I'm just waiting for Trump to say those magic words. You ain't black unless you vote for me. I think that's what's coming next.
I mean, let's concentrate on money chasing. That is correct. I mean, of course. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, fuck. What about the wealth, man? We talk about money, 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 and just like these people, like your Tariqs. I don't want to say too much about these people on YouTube, but these people keep talking about cash payments and this reparation stuff. If we, get reparations, that doesn't work like that. And why would you keep talking cash payments? What if they stop the motherfucking dollar tomorrow? What if the shit crashed tomorrow? You're supposed to be pushing some type of tangible. Intangibles ain't just really money. Is not really it is as far as asking or trying to receive something, but something of some substance. Yeah, but at the same time, it loses value every day, and at the same time, wealth don't. Gold doesn't. Silver don't. It appreciates while money is depreciating. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? All right. I don't know. That shit crazy, man.
What Trump said he was gonna give y'all some money or something? What he say? That what he saying?
That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't, and then we go hard for this dude, man. He didn't even promise us nothing, dude. It don't work. I don't think. See, we don't get. We don't. I like the sarcasm right there. We don't get. Excuse me. How politics work. It don't work like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't work. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It's you give something, you do something for me, I do something for you. Quick pro quo. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Gonna keep getting burned, man. People just want to run up to the Republican Party like you're gonna keep getting burned, man. You still gotta have tangible, dog. That's a quid pro quo situation, dog.
Right.
Something for something. It ain't something for nothing. The hell going on here? Okay. If he say he gonna deport a massive deportation, is he talking about himself? Is he talking about his family? Is he talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man? A lot of these motherfuckers came here, man, they ain't violated the Naturalization Act, dude. They're supposed to come in good faith. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Have they came in good faith? Have people came over in good faith? Have they not harmed? You know what I'm saying?
And I don't even care if they
come here and commit crimes, man. They come to this country and commit crimes.
I'm about to say, I don't even care what. Look, okay, let's just say if it was a narrative, whatever. Let's go by the narrative. Then look, these people are coming over here, right? You know what I'm saying? And migrants or whatever the case is. But at the same time, they committing crimes and they're doing whatever, right? At the same time, how does that work? You see what I'm saying? So, and then they get money from over here and they basically send it back to their country, man. See, that thing is, and it's crazy, man, because we talk about this America, this and patriotic, this and love of this country and this and that, but they, you know what I'm saying? And then you flying your flag from your country over here. It's just, I don't be understanding that type of stuff. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with loving just this country?
Yeah, if you didn't give up your citizenship of your country, your homeland, to go to another country, why should we allow them to fly their flag and bring their culture here? They should be getting in line with the American culture.
It should be like you're
abide by the American laws, not. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What's going on? You can't go to China and do that. You can't go to no other country and do with this United States corporation allow other foreign entities to come here and do it.
That's what I be tripping off, man. Even Mexico, whatever, like even across the border, I just be tripping, man. I just be tripping, like, damn, man. It don't be. It's too much of a what's the name? It's too much of a double standard. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. You know, if you could, you can't. But see, does that mean this country got rights, or it don't, or does it have more rights? I mean, how does that work? And see, you want to treat the people from this country crazy, but at the same time, you want to be from this country. You want to live and be a part of this country. It's just interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So let me play the rest of this real quick. Play the rest of some of this real quick, man. So okay, so it says the Trump administration replaced affirmative the Fair Housing Act with a new rule that made it harder for communities to offer public comments about the new fair housing rules that essentially made black public invisible when it came to overhauling fair housing policy. That is some loophole, but these motherfuckers be doing shit like that.
See,
loophole shit.
Sebastian Smith writes, no longer comparing himself to dead Russian dissidents.
And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against.
That was kind of weird. That was kind of weird though. That was why would he see it? He said it's kind of interesting how he said that they viewed me as being discriminated against. So I thought you were being discriminated against. And why do you keep bringing up? See, Trump is full of it because when Fannie and all these people was going after him, or Brad, what's the name? Didn't because it was black. Didn't
Teacher James was a teacher up there in New York.
Yeah. This might be Letitia James. What's the other? Was the other dude? Was it Bragg or I forget his name. The brother, whatever. But it's what it was. He kept saying racism, this and this, the racist DA and this and that. Oh, just because so they racist because they black and they going after you. How does that work? So if they was white going after you, I don't get it. You said, it's just these people, man. They do be laughing at us though. Like what dude in the comments said that they do be laughing at us like a motherfucker. Let me see what you got to say.
We didn't play it all the way around.
Oh no.
Can you get more insulting? Do you really think that people like you because you were indicted, because there is some suggestion that's being made here that people see themselves?
Yeah, he should have said.
In you?
I don't understand why why is he bringing it up now? Like you would think he would say, black people like me. You see what I'm saying? Been like me. I've been, I helped out Jesse J. Why didn't he bring out the names that he didn't, you know what I'm saying, helped and funded and collaborated with? Why didn't he could have named a gang of motherfuckers, Jesse Jackson, and even though Jesse Jackson's burned. All types of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, rap, whoever, just I don't know. I've been popular, popular in the black community with celebrities and non-celebrities, and he could have just broke it down, man. It's like this dude, I don't know, man. I just don't. What I come get out of all this is it scripted too, and it could be, you know what I'm saying. This could all be some, because they control you, but at the same time too, it's just like, they don't be taking us.
Do you hear birds chirping?
Either side.
Huh? You hear some birds chirping?
I'm trying to listen.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, that sounds kind of weird. I do hear.
What'd you hear?
It does kind of sound like a little like sound and shit. But she's on CNN too, though, dude. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I mean, it's burnt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling some of the stuff you're saying, but at the same time, what you gonna expect? And then she's a woman too, so you see how they do it. You always see how they do the black women. They compromise them first, or they compromise.
Well, he only said what he think the so-called black constituents line up with. So she. Hey,
true. Can't people like Candace Owens where you said your mind has turned on you, bro. You are overthinking everything.
What happened?
Bro, you're obsessed with making color an issue about everything. Your brain is poisoned. But are you black yourself saying this though? That don't make no sense, bro. See,
He said
this is
making
what
color issue. That what he just
yeah,
said?
like yeah. See,
Well,
you say you
hold on. Did Trump just not say black? Then he just not. Then he did not. I don't understand why they say that when these other so-called whites, they even call themselves a black. They don't really. They use black vigorously. The blacks.
what the hell is the black?
Is that not using color, dude? I mean, are we slow? What's going on?
I know we picking and choosing. We selecting
Huh?
when it don't fit the narrative or it does fit the narrative.
Both of them said the blacks. Joe Biden said you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Trump pretty much telling you right now you ain't black if you don't vote for him. In so many words.
With so many words. You ain't gonna get that on the.
But you got us identifying as black. I don't talk about you talking about people see color. You see color. You calling yourself a black. Y'all see color. What the hell? People acting like they don't call a white man a white man. Come on, man.
We gotta cut it out. I'm black, but I realize people are people, not colors. No, you're right. No, people aren't.
Then you ain't black then.
Exactly.
I don't get it, man. See, I don't know how. Are we? It's got to be in the weed. You tripping? It's got to be in the motherfucking weed, G.
I think we like. You know what it is? I didn't say this earlier though, and this is why our people it's like that. We like to be labeled, like in labels and shit. In labels, we like to do that. You know what I'm saying? We like to be.
Well, how about this? I urge anyone that's listening in the chat that may listen on the playback. Start looking up these black codes. You can start with the 1724 Christian black codes. This was used all in Africa, used all down in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Used in 16, all through the 16, 15, 16, 17. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, you know, now people identify themselves particularly by color.
And I
you know
think
what I'm saying? They detach you from any culture.
Isn't that why they start calling us black too? Because the black codes, it was named after that word. Black was named after the black codes, wasn't that? One of the reasons why they would start.
I mean, you had to go look inside those black codes and see what was going on in there. It's like 56 pages, like this PDF. I can send it to you. I swear, I think I might send it to you once before. You can pull it up right now. 1724 Christian black codes, and like I said, they had other ones. I think that was coming out of Louisiana.
You said 1724.
1724 Christian black codes. Yeah.
Yeah, I do hear some chirping. That's weird.
And that might be my birds. No, that's your chirp. That's you.
Well, that's the. I gotta fix that. I gotta take that smoke to that. I gotta tell the manager about that shit because I don't want to fuck with this shit. I mean, even though it's easy, I can just take this shit out, but or whatever. But still, fucking, you never fucking know. But to regulate relations between slaves and colonists, Louisiana Code nor Slave Code was introduced in 1724, based largely on the codes compiled with 1685 for the French colonies in the Caribbean. 55 articles regulated the status of slaves and free blacks, as well as relations between masters and slaves. Interesting. Free, but see, they're using the word blacks. See, that's the part of this, dude. And then see, but that's all this. That could be like under the color of law too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look how Trump lived.
It's a status, man. You keep telling it's a status, G, but they took the status and flipped it and made it a race, G. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a social status, yo.
In personal life, he
held social status, yo. Just like white is a social status.
Exactly.
They say free white, huh?
No, you're up. Free white person. Why would they say free?
But see, like I said, you gotta understand what was going on back in that time. Who was considered a free white person? That was a social status. That wasn't necessarily a pale European pale man.
Right.
You had people that you would consider as melanated, copper colored. you know what I'm saying, that were considered white freemen or freed white men.
You said Anthony Johnson was a black man was the first. Man, I just don't even. That's slavery. That's another top. That's another what's name. All right, so I'm gonna play the rest of this, and then I'm gonna close out in a little while. But I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play something else before I close.
He's just like me. I too have been indicted. That discrimination and all that accompanies it can be reduced to what your experience has been. I guess stereotypes might be the new platform here.
I mean, when you watch that speech that I just showed you, it was, I mean, could you imagine if President Biden said any of that? Could you imagine if anybody,
If he said
set
any of
aside
that, he
Biden,
said roaches and kids. Man, what are you talking about, man? He act like, see, he a Biden supporter. See, Biden done said all types of crazy shit, and even these other white motherfuckers, they been like, some of them might even be liberal too, looking like, wait up, yeah, you on your own with this shit.
Yeah, he don't address the fact that Biden, like I said, was like you just talked about earlier with the damn Ku Klux Klan and the Grand Wizards and shit that he was best friends with, and that was his master teachers. Come on, man, what you talking about?
Literally.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And he was down like, is he? But and then the Democratic Party got started the Klan, man. It was a dude named Albert Pike, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was a Illuminati and a Freemason. He started the Freemason, the York Rite chapter.
a leader of any organization, whether it's a large company, middle-sized company, small company, nonprofit, social gathering, fantasy football league, a group of people you play cards with, I don't know, a group of people you go bicycling. I mean, if there's someone who talks like that and you associated with them, and this is who's the leader of the Republican Party, folks, share this video, please. Get out the message.
Republican. It's just,
let's let people know what he is saying. We can't
do that, man, because there's some. I didn't heard Richard Spencer and the other motherfuckers say crazier shit than that, man. We ain't
Man, that's what this. You got to do a bill, man. Look at that American Independent Party, man. Because boy, that shit is. A lot of niggas ran up under that. When they say an independent, they're being sponsored and promoted through the American Independent. All the Democrats and the Republicans are. That's what I'm saying. Any candidate is being sponsored upon the American Independent Party, yo. That's just is what it is.
It's the American Independent Party. Okay. So I'm gonna play the rest of this, and then Papa Duck got some, fair use on Papa Duck. Papa Duck
can't normalize that. Horrible.
This dude burnt right here, though. The dude is burnt. All right, so hold up, stop the screen. Dude is so burnt out, dude. All right, so then excuse me. What the fuck is it gonna put up here? Oh, man. All right, so this is fair use 1976, section 107. This gives me allowance to report on this video for commentary purposes and educational purposes. So this is Papa Duck. I'm gonna play his video real quick. So shout out to Papa Duck. Y'all check out Papa Duck on YouTube. He be spitting a lot of knowledge. I don't really see a lot of YouTubers spit, really breaking it down like how he does. To be honest with you,
Haitian.
That's true. I know that is true. That is true.
I'm pointing them out.
That's true.
Hey Frank, I'm pointing them all out. Everybody get pointed out. Did they say this is what did it say? This is the time when the equation, some age of equation, niggas, the truth come out. We tell, hey man, we you can like it, hate it, or love it. I mean, it is what it is, dog. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
that's true. I'm playing some of this real quick.
Who the you to tell me what to do? Stay home? Off. Get the jab? Shove it up your ass. Who the are you to tell me what to do? These people destroyed our economy.
That's a Papa Dog beat.
Us as a people, please show your support. That's all I ask. Things that goes directly with what old head was talking about and why he feel the way he feel. I'm sure a lot of y'all feel the same way too. Now, first thing I want to talk about is voting. For some reason, a lot of people still got faith in voting. This is a system that was never created to help you or us as a people. And I'm going to break that down, which I've done millions of times. Listen, this is what voting does. When they say go to the poll, most people go run to the poll, leave their job, leave their children, go to the poll and vote and don't know what the hell a poll is. Write this down. They're talking about a Gallup poll, okay? Go research the word, look it up, a Gallup poll. All a Gallup poll does is it's like a census. It gathers data. So when people go and say, I want to vote for this president, and they answer these questions, they know what the peoples are thinking. So therefore they can create and come up with more strategic plans based off that data to more so keep us in the situation we're in. Let me give you an example. It's just a census. If you go to work and they say, well, how many of y'all love the microwave in the break room? If 80% say yes, 20% say no, now I know what y'all like and don't like and what y'all want and don't want. This is how they keep us controlled. It's the data. Think about what I'm saying. It's called a Gallup poll. All it does is create a way for them to come up with strategic plans based off the data that we give them. Which one of these fools you like up here for president? And I keep trying to tell y'all, we don't select presidents, we elect presidents. Meaning, when you select them from a variety of people, right? When you elect, these people have already been handpicked. Look up the two words. There's difference. Elect and select, okay? Moving right along. The next thing that got us in the situation we are in is religion. A lot of people don't want to talk about religion. I'm gonna let you yourself, right, do your own research, but understand this, right? The people that oppress you shouldn't favor the person that's gonna save you. Your savior looks like the same people that oppresses you. That don't make no sense. That's just one thing. I could go on and on and on. But secondly, you know, a lot of these movies, especially black movies, you know what I'm saying? You always hear a black woman say, if you're not a man of God, I don't want you. You got to be a servant of the Lord. Well, you tell me who the Lord is. Because majority of people are what they doing called hurting. They go to church for what other people look at them as, you know, their mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, or whoever. But yet, when you go to church because you hurting like a herd, like I tell you all the time, when you join the herd, that means you forfeit your personal beliefs or what you believe in. Now you a part of the herd, and none of them know nothing about religion. They don't. Even the people that's up there preaching in front of you, your religious advisor, they don't even know what these things are. I've told y'all a lot of things, you know, the stuff that they put in the Bible, the papal bulls and different things like that. They don't know. You can't ask them where the picture of Jesus come from. It comes from or the Borges family. This is another family that y'all ain't never heard of. Just because you know the Rockefellers and all that, no. It's the families you never heard of. And this was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, which is supposedly him and this guy, which is Alexander the Pope Alexander's son, Borges, Caesar Borges. That's where the picture or the face of Jesus come from. That was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, which they too was supposedly been, you get what I'm saying? They can tell you that. We're talking about a symbolic picture that plastered all over the world that symbolically mentally enslaved black folks. And I say this all the time to my white audience. You would never understand the psychological trauma that comes from perceiving Jesus to be white and to walk outside and see white people. That's freaky. It's scary. You know what I'm saying? I can't even put in word what they've done to us, but this is just one of the ways that they keep us under control. I told you all the ways your body get input, which is through sight, which is that's a symbolic thing through sight. That's where they got us with that, and a lot of other things too. They get you with smell, taste, hearing, you know, with music. So these are the ways that they can manipulate us with intel that goes into us or our avatar And this is one of the major things that has strategically worked, and it's still working to this day, which is white Jesus. Now, I ain't gonna get more into that. Like I say, man, do your own research, but that is definitely one of the things that are keeping us in the situation we are. Like I say, believe what you want to believe. I'm for what's right. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into all that stuff, the cults and this and that, because, one thing I learned about in the cult, and we're gonna move on. When you're not abiding by what they want and the things that they see, you become an outcast. No, man, I don't care what I'm for what's right. You know what I'm saying? God is in our essence. I don't have to be a part of nothing. You don't have to be a part of nothing to have that. That's in your DNA. But they'll tell you differently because they use it to control us. And I'm going to say this too. The influence of religion doesn't make millions of dollars. It doesn't make billions of dollars. It makes what they call Googles. That means an infinite amount of money you can't even fathom. Go look up the word Googles. That's how much money religion makes. Okay? Move right along. Social behavior. Social behavior is one of the things that tells you what you should and shouldn't wear based off what other people's wearing. It's definitely a part of herding. You know what I'm saying? To be a part of the herd, say, well, now I don't want to wear that. Why? Because these people may think that or think that, or think this or think that. Now, what social behavior does is it basically controls us through other people. There's a lot of people out here in the world that are afraid to do what they want to do. Because like I said earlier, when you become a part of the herd, you forfeit your personal beliefs. You forfeit what you personally want to really do, but you're doing it for the herd. They're also saying they don't want to have people with genders. You can't be born with a gender. This is already started in a couple of states, meaning when you're born, you can't identify as a boy or a girl or whatever. They want to have the social experience to identify you as to what you are. That's crazy. When we know they're pushing these agendas on us as people. Like I say, man, this stuff is real simple. Very, very simple. You dig what I'm saying? And if you pay attention to it, it's the people that's controlling things. It's the ones at the top of the pyramid, which we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. But social behavior is definitely one of the things that alters us, not just as an individual, but as a culture too. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I say I feel as though Jamaicans ought to have a Jamaican school to teach Jamaican kids their Jamaican culture. Same way with Haitian, Spanish, Mexican, Portuguese, whatever. But no, we come to America and we're all consolidated under one umbrella to be converted from our culture to a European. That's power. That's just like a hyena converting a lion to be a hyena. You're a lion. But when you go to their schools and you've been taught by their ways of doing things, and you are converted from an African or a Jamaican or whatever into a European. Moving right along. Technology. Technology is another thing that is, you can look at it like this. So everything has a plus and a negative. The plus part of it is, things are getting done a little quicker, a little more efficient. Technology has its PowerPoints or its pluses, but the negative to it, people are becoming less and less and less more human. You're becoming a cyborg. And a cyborg is when you add something to your natural state to advance you over the human limits. Like you got a robotic arm, so you can punch harder than a regular human. We use these devices, which makes us a cyborg, right? Because most people can't spell, but it'll auto-correct spell for you. You see what I'm saying? We have other things that governs us outside of our human existence, which makes us a cyborg. They know that, you don't. You ever thought about why they put everything of our entire lives into a phone? You ever thought about that? I told you everything had to be centralized. And once you centralize everything, you can control it remotely. Think about that. Yeah, I told you it's about data. He who has the data controls the people. I told y'all Jeff Bezos, he's not the smartest person in the world. He just got all the damn data. When it comes to Amazon, they know what sells, when it sells, what part of the world it sells, what.
But you know what? That's all facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's real, man. It is with the social engineering, and they hit you with the controlling the data. I mean, these people really like control space and time. Really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit out of Marvel, like infinity stone or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
go as far as say a box too. Got you looking inside a box. He said a phone, but what's a phone shaped like? It's got four sides. You looking inside a box, keeping you inside that box, boxing you in, containing you. You enter contained. Huh? He said Google. But if you look at that word, if you didn't know that word was pronounced Google, why are you looking at that word? What would you call that word? If you didn't know it said Google, what would be your first come first to mind to pronounce that word?
Like Google, like a baby or something.
No, I mean when you look at that word, if you didn't know that word was pronounced Google, what would you say? How would you say that word? Because you remember a lot of these words and stuff meaning they spell they got double meanings and stuff. Goggle?
Oh,
What are goggles?
Right.
What are goggles?
But basically, you know what I'm saying? Shit that you put over your eyes, right?
Right. And Google is nothing but what? It's nothing but a cloud storage. You don't always have to Google anything. You can actually go to the actual World Wide Web. Did you know actually Google? You're not even inside the World Wide Web. You inside Google's search engine or cloud. You ain't going to www dot with the HTTP. That's why certain information is in Google is certain information in Google. They can take information out, they can then plug information in. That's why when you do certain searches through Google, certain things back in the can't come up. You can't pull up certain things, or they got only certain things. It look a certain way. You know,
Right.
It's trick, man. It's just spells, man. Spellbound.
Damn, that's exactly what that shit is.
Yeah.
Fuckers, man. These motherfuckers cold and shit. You know what I'm saying? They cold and shit. So I mean, so y'all tune in to Papa Duck. I ain't gonna play all of it, but I wanted to go play one more little video because I'm burnt out. I'm about this. What's the name, man? It's these migrants in Chicago, man. Let me see what the heck's going on, man. No, Mary Adams talking about deportation. Let me see, man. Let's do Mary Adams, man. He full of it too, man. So they be giving $13 a day, and then when he was
$13. I thought they was getting like $64 a day or something. Is that in New? That probably been in New York. Or was it in Chicago? $65 a day for eating expenses or something. Spending on.
Oh,
Food?
that's crazy, man. I think that was Chicago.
Look up. Have you ever heard of CPB1? You know what that is?
CPB News. You
No,
said news.
CPB1. CPB1. Type in actual Google search. What is CPB1? Or you're searching. CPB1.
Mobile application.
Yep. It's an app. It's a mobile app for these immigrants, man. These legal immigrants, dog. Being funded by these I don't know if it's the union or these NGOs. What did it say?
Series of guided questions that app directs for each of. Oh, it's like Spanish. It's a Spanish app or something.
It's for these legal immigrants. It's an app specifically for them, but they can register and they get
portal to a variety of CPB services through a series of guided questions and apps directs each type of user to appropriate services based on the need. What? Interesting.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
wow. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Mhm.
Telling you. Damn. We
A lot of shit people ain't abreast upon, man. That's happening right in front of our eyes, yo.
mm,
That's why it's good we have these individual platforms where we can, share different information that somebody might not be abreast on. You know what I'm saying?
that's real shit. That's all fact. Okay, I'm gonna play this last one real quick, man. I gotta start getting on here more often, man, because I got a lot of shit, man. I could because I want to get these numbers up, and this too, it just get my word across, man. It's a good amount of people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
been calling for
yeah.
months.
Fox Gio joins us live from the scene of South Richmond Hill. And Richard, the owner says he was just trying to help these folks get off on their feet.
Exactly, Steve and Natasha. That owner admits to housing up to 74 of those men from West Africa. But today they were telling me that they felt sick after this raid last night by building inspectors who forced them to vacate this building, claiming it was more than unsafe. Malik Diaye came back to his home today. SARS Wholesale Furniture has been home for Malik for the past 2 months. Last night, he slept on a subway platform.
We don't know where we sleep today.
Malik was one of at least 74 men vacated from this store last night by FDNY inspectors. He and the others staying here are all from West Africa, invited to live here by store owner Ibu Sar. Sar simply says he was trying to help these asylum seekers, allowing them to live rent-free.
Get on their feet. So that was the intention.
But the FDNY and the Department of Buildings claims this was anything but safe. In the basement of this furniture store, there were dozens of beds and bunk beds, no ventilation, no access to natural light. This cell phone video shows what it looked like one morning as the men were apparently waking up. Fire inspectors responded last night to weeks of complaints from at least one neighbor who declined to show her face on camera. She claims that e-bikes and e-batteries were being illegally stored in the building's backyard area.
All over the news, you see that these e-bikes are exploding and they lighten up the whole block. Like nobody's safety he was concerned about.
Mayor Eric Adams addressed the migrant housing crisis, calling it a desperate situation he can't fix alone.
We have to build more. And when you have a failure to have vacancy rates, I think we're down to 1%. If that failure is going to produce desperate situations.
The vacate order is still up as building inspectors were back at the furniture store today, questioning other neighbors about suspicious activity. As for Malik, all he has is his backpack and the clothes he's wearing, with nowhere to go. It may very well be another night on the subway platform.
Where do you go now? Where do you go from? We don't know. We don't know.
Now, the landlord of this building has been hit with 2 violations. The furniture store is allowed to stay open, but those migrants are not allowed back here. They have been moved, we're told, to a shelter in the Bronx. But Malik tells me it's safer on the subway platform. We're live in the South Richmond Hill section of Queens. Richard Giacobas, Fox 5 News. Steve, Natasha.
There are no easy answers there.
CPB1. Damn, Frank, they kicked you out, dog?
I did that on accident. So I meant to do this. So I mean, hold up, man. Hold up.
Like I said, I really don't know, Frank, because we see that with a lot of these immigrants and shit coming here. They do the same thing. The Arabs do the same thing. Mexicans, Asians do the same thing. Yeah, a lot of them cluttered up in one structure. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying they all kind of participating in the same thing.
Right.
You know.
You never fucking lied. Hold up. Hold up, man.
How did they get to America anyway? From West Africa?
But man, we not asking these questions, man, and they're not telling us. It's weird. It's what's going on, man. Like what? It don't make.
They know they can't. They know they didn't. They know they ain't that great swimmers. Niggas swim across goddamn Atlantic, swim up the Atlantic.
And then too, but see, when the news gives you this information that here goes the unanswered questions. Here goes the gang of unanswered questions that you're gonna get. You know, and that's what I don't like.
How you gonna seek? I thought when you see, this is the problem. I thought when you seek asylum, you're supposed to go to the nearest country.
Oh,
right. Is I'm tripping or is I'm slipping?
Work like that, dude. It don't work like you're supposed to go to the nearest country, bro. That's true.
Is I'm tripping or is I'm slipping?
Jump from fucking 10 countries away. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't work like that. No, it don't.
And the nearest, even if they did want, they would have to come up through the Caribbean to get all the way up this way anyway, right?
True.
Brazil or South America, Caribbean islands to get this way up. That's a long way from goddamn West Africa.
Man, it's a long ass way. A very long way. Very long way.
So how is they coming? Is they coming in through the north border? Is they coming in through Canada? Because see, this is what they ain't telling people. They got people coming in allegedly from Canada. These Ukrainians and Europeans and shit, they coming in through that Canada border allegedly.
That's a good question. How are they getting in here? And the thing is, man, but that's the whole thing with the news. You know what I'm saying? It's all about design. They're supposed to give you it and not really give you no details. They just give you something vague. Oh, this is the headline. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they scared. They got a script they supposed to go about too. Why they ain't ask them how did they get here? What was their journey? What was their journey like coming to the? I thought they told us Africa got all the resources over there. So everybody eat off of Africa. Africa feed everybody, the rich continent. Well, why is motherfuckers seeking asylum in North America then? Talk to me.
Everybody sure is trying to come over here.
Yeah, and freeload, man. They come to freeload. Shit. And technically, yes, they're actually, this is vice versa. Yes, they supposed to be working for us. If they do come, then yes, they supposed to be working for us. Just like if we went over there, we had to work for them. It just is what it is.
Makes sense.
And we had to abide by that what? The rules of the land. Whatever laws they got by their land, law of the land, we had to abide by.
Makes sense. Make a lot of
But see, we got so many scratchulators, man. This is this government, this corporation, and this government, man. It's a foreign government. It's a foreign, it's foreign. Ran by foreigners, shit. That's why they're so empathetic to other foreigners coming into this, North America shit, because it's ran by foreigners. Shit. They writing the rules and shit.
I couldn't have said it any better. I couldn't have said it any better. You broke it down.
Yep. mean, it looked like it's gonna go back to each state shit representing themselves, but which each state really does represent themselves for real, because they have their own
Exactly.
state constitution
Every
and state
because each
laws
state is
regulate.
really a country. Each state is really a country. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So like I said, if I'm not mistaken, I think driver license is a privilege, G. I don't know how that works. And like I said, certain states, you don't necessarily have to have a license to travel. And that's mostly most people are doing are traveling. If you're doing commerce, you're doing commerce, then yeah, they require you to have what? A license.
License, right?
An ID, a certification, yeah. Get registered to drive. That's for commerce. Traveling is not. Traveling is exactly what you're doing. You're traveling.
Right. Mm.
So now they've been being denied because of they're trying to do commerce, drive for a company, do commerce with somebody or, for themselves, contract themselves as work, they may have a case. No. You have to look up that state, what the state laws say. But I wish you pull up that I might have sent it to you. Man, I sent you a graphic where it was some statistics about Nigerians. Like all the countries that Nigerians are in the population of them that's in all these other different countries. Like 10 different countries that they in, that Nigerians are in, they populate. Like 100,000 here, 200,000 here. The most is in the United States of America with 700,000. But I'm pretty sure you can say that for the Chinese population too. They probably, you know what I'm saying? All over the world too. Populated places all over the world too.
Man, that's a good point. Because they sure are. The Indians too in India.
They doing the thing. They doing it too. They going around and putting themselves, populating a lot of areas because they got so many people. They got so many people in their population.
And look at where you think the tech industry is. The motherfuckers gonna be a future of tech, man. The Indians, man.
Indians, Asians in general, and there's Nigerians, they be the ones up in them areas. They be, architect, engineering, the medical, the high levels of in the medical industry. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying. No, you ain't lying. Lie. That's true.
But they ain't. That's weird because they ain't doing it in their country, but they can go to other countries and be. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't understand the concept. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. Maybe I'm thinking too hard, man.
So now it's the city council. I wonder what the city council is made up of. Interesting.
What city council?
The city council has to decide what are they made out of. What are they made up of? That's the question. That city council that they talk about. That's the question, man. What are they made of?
What city council? My phone about to die.
Yeah, I'm about to get off here soon. So look, I don't know. They talking about the city council, I guess, of New York or whatever has to, or excuse me, or Harlem. No. You're in Harlem. It's like these people are just too much, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Frank, don't you wish you was back in New York, Nick?
I look you do, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I mean, no, I don't. Because what am I talking about? New York got wild, it got crazy. I'm tripping. My bad. That shit got this. It's a disaster. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, everything's so damn expensive out that motherfucker. You know, they doing us dirty. It seems like a lot of these black people out there goofy. They just goofy as hell. You know what I'm saying? And but see, the thing is a big Haitian and Jamaican population out there too. So a lot of times, you know, people that are immigrants, you know what I'm saying, they don't have the same values and concerns and stuff like that we do. That's a fact. So you know that'd be the problem right there too. You see what I'm saying? So okay, so we're gonna have to do a part 2 to this, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so before you see your phone about to die, okay, let me try to play a little bit of this real quick. Shit, just wait in the shelter. Hold up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play that video one day about the Chinese down in the Panama. That shit crazy. Them niggas ain't got a cell phone, dog. They using Starlink technology for their cell phone.
Damn.
Yeah, nigga was scanning up. They got them set up, nigga. They scanning barcode, nigga. Chinese barcodes, nigga.
What
Down
the
there.
fuck?
Man, nigga, it's crazy, yo. Crazy.
I wonder if they're Africans too, these migrants right here that they found too. No, I bet you they're Spanish since it's the Bronx. Oh, they see something else. Something don't have. They just said in the other story they said that he was charging them rent free. Now which one was it? Now he was paying. He was charging them. I thought it was rent free. Rent free don't mean charge. Which one is it? Check. Some don't sound right, huh? And all of a sudden we get another one. All of a sudden in a different borough. See, this could be a psyop too. This could be a psyop too. This could be so stage. This could be crisis. Is I'm not putting anything past this shit. I'm telling you, just because people look like us, that don't mean nothing, you know. Where's the people at? How come I don't see nobody? I just see bags. That's kind of weird, huh? Where's the people? Where they at? Why would they just leave their bags right there? Shaq, what do you think? That's weird, huh?
Nah,
I
I
don't know.
don't
Some
see
of these
nothing.
stuff be saying can't see me kind of. I mean, you know me. I can spot a crisis. I can
I don't
spot.
see
You know what I
nothing,
mean?
Frank.
I don't see no people. See, the thing is, oh my bad, dude. I'm not sharing this shit. I'm talking all this shit. I wonder why you don't see anything. I don't see nothing. Watch. They tell me, oh, the bags are right there. Where? Where they at though?
In Manhattan. That is what happened at least yesterday.
Where's everybody?
When we had that raid
It's
happening
waiting
in
for a bus.
Richmond Hill.
Where they at? I don't see
Again,
nobody.
the man that was running this says that he was collecting $300 a month from these migrants
See, I didn't.
because
Nah,
he
man.
wanted to.
The last story, they didn't say nothing about it. They said he was charging them rent free. Now all of a sudden he was charging them. Which one is it, Shaq? I'm confused. I don't like being confused. You know what I'm saying? I don't like.
Yeah, I thought I heard it was 80 some people too. They said that the one you played, the first place said it was 74. I thought I heard earlier. Like I said, other reports were saying 80, and he was charging
Wait,
300.
they said 70.
Is this
They
the
said
same
70.
story?
They said 74 in the first one, huh?
Yeah, the one you played. Yeah, but I've heard that
Guess
people
what that
said
means?
it was
Guess
80.
what number that is in reverse? 47. That Masonic number, big baby. That number again. Uh-oh. This might be psyop. This might be something that's not. That might be a little agitated. Maybe a little script behind this or something that some. I already. It just didn't seem right. Now, because that quick, they got another one. Why and in the other one, why they keep talking about these e-bikes? Just because there's e-bikes, how do you know that people? What's the significance? Oh, there's some e-bikes. Oh, there's people living in here. I don't. And all these motherfuckers got e-bikes. None of these motherfuckers is catching the cab. I'd rather catch the cab or the train, probably. So you can't ride around the whole motherfucking New York City on a fucking e-bike. Shaq, I don't know. Something this. I mean, I don't know, man. Seems kind of funny. And then when I get these numbers, when I see these Masonic numbers, that's a red flag. That's a big time red flag. Damn, I think Shaq's phone died. Damn it. So let me get off here, man. So we gonna look. I'm gonna continue this video, but look, we're gonna continue it's gonna be a part 2. So next time I might do a video, not tomorrow, Friday, one of the 2 days. For sure. In fact, I'm gonna start doing more videos. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all been, man, I've been getting more numbers. Y'all been participating when y'all been messing with me, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I got some likes, already a good amount. That's cool. Yeah, good look at Jude, your culture. You be me and we be getting into it, man. But you know what I'm saying? You be supporting. All right, so let me see. All right, because I'm gonna play the rest of this and then I'm be out. Because I think Shaq's phone died. That's why
to give them a better opportunity here in America. A fellow immigrant himself, he says he was collecting that money, upwards of $25,000 from one location each month to possibly get them better housing in the future. I spoke with him on the phone. He plans on coming up here as well to see what's going on. And I asked him if he has any more locations as well. He wouldn't answer that, but certainly something the city is now investigating. That's the latest live here in Fordham. I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.
I mean, I just think it's interesting that
Pop quiz. Paying your bills on time raises your credit score, right? Wrong.
I don't know, man. I just, man, yeah, man. I think his phone was dying though. So I mean, it's just like, man, here we go, man. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play a couple more videos. Oh, word. Okay, you back? Yo. Yeah, man. That shit crazy though. 74, dude. I mean 47, dude. That's that Masonic number. So I'm just kind of, so once I see stuff like that, so if I catch the code, you already know whoever's supposed to catch the code. And that basically, a lot of times that code is basically, you know what I'm saying? This is a controlled, what's his name? This event is controlled. So don't even, you know what I'm saying? It's good. We're good. You know what I'm saying? No need to, nothing to see here.
How did they get there?
You said how they get there, huh?
Yeah. Did he pay for them to come?
To New York.
Pay them to get a flight to
New York? That's a good question, man. All right, so look. All right, so shout out Philip Scott again, man. So look, I'm gonna play a little bit more of his video, and we're gonna get out of here because I've been on this for like 3 hours. So look, check this out. He talked, shame on Black America for advocating that we vote the mass incarceration. I mean, I get it, Phil, but at the same time, I think a lot of these people are just, you know what I'm saying, they boule and they you know, part of these secret societies, and I think some of these people are just them older you know, so-called black people, man, that just was on that Democrat party from back in the day. But damn, dude, when was the Democrat party ever good? Didn't, you know what I'm saying? Weren't they the biggest segregationists? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, segregation wasn't necessarily a bad thing for us, but they meant it in a hateful, they meant that shit in the way we meant segregation was different from the way they meant that shit. You know what I mean? That's real, right? And look now, look, they got all these people in our communities, you know what I'm saying, so-called communities in our neighborhoods now, owning shit and we not. That's interesting, right? Let's go.
Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
So fair use, y'all.
You know, I was going to kind of move to something else, but I was reminded of something that I forgot to cover with Donald Trump's speech that he had made with the Black Conservative Fund that he did the other day. Now, on top of what Donald Trump said about the Democrats abandoning Black Americans, Donald Trump really started going in on Biden's anti-Black racism. And yet CNN and MSNBC didn't feature that part of the speech. But we're going to go ahead and look at it and get into some issues with Joe Biden. And I do not know why at all Black America voted for Joe Biden. Don't get it, but let's go ahead and roll that first clip.
Really has proven to be a very nasty and vicious racist. He's been a racist. Whether you like it or don't like it, I happen not to like it. Most of the people in this room happen to not like it. And if somebody does like it, they're not supposed to be here. Biden spent years palling around with notorious segregationists. You know that. He boasted that his home state was a slave state. He was very proud of that. He thought it was great. If you go back and look at his body language and the way he said it, he was very proud of it. He said that he didn't want his children to grow up in a, quote, racial jungle. I don't want my children in a racial jungle. Joe Biden drafted the 1994 crime bill, which caused unfair sentencing disparities that devastated the Black community, Black families. Cory Booker called Biden the architect of mass incarceration. Remember this. It was a time when Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden were talking about predators and super predators. You heard that. This is a hell of a lot more of a speech than you thought you were going to get, isn't it, huh? They thought would be boring. Then would give a little quick, boring speech, but we got it. It's called "Let's Tell It Like It Is," right? And then years later, an act of stolen valor, Crooked Joe had the nerve to falsely portray himself as a hero of the civil rights movement, which was so false. And then he said that if African Americans didn't vote for him, you ain't black. Now that one's been so recent, I didn't even want to, but he did say that. A lot of people were surprised. He did say that, but that one's so recent, I didn't even want to put it in. We had to go back to the real stuff. But he did say that. I was a little surprised to see it. I'm sure you were too. Unlike racist Joe Biden, I've spent my entire life working hand in hand with Black Americans to create jobs, build buildings, invest in our communities, and expand opportunity and freedom for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed.
Well, MSNBC, gotta ask a question. Y'all always playing everything that Trump says. I even talked about the video that you did put up about Trump, right? Why didn't play this clip on MSNBC? Talking about your man, your man Joe Biden. I mean, like Trump or not, he didn't lie about anything he said at all. You remember we put that clip
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
I mean, come on, that's what he said. The same Biden also said this.
You're gonna put you all back in chains.
That's what Joe Biden has been saying.
But see, I mean, saying something like that, man. But see, I'm not surprised. But see, and you talk about that old putting y'all back in chains thing. That's supposed to scare you. That's supposed to, you know what I'm saying. But see, you got some stupid, dumb motherfuckers out there that fall for some stupid shit like that.
But they was the ones in chains, though. They don't tell you they came over in chains, man. Ellis Island.
Oh, Ellis Island. The motherfuckers, Them motherfuckers been, you know what I'm saying, been the foreigners, man. You know, that's the crazy. That man.
And I mean, like, only people who have anti-black racism say things like that, right? Now, those of you who sit up here and defend Biden, you don't have to like Trump. Don't like him. But he did not lie on Trump at all. When he mentioned about he's the author of mass incarceration, he quoted Cory Booker saying this. Now, let's get to Joe Biden. And the reason why I use even on the thumbnail and even at the bottom, the younger Joe Biden, because that's the one that really said everything. Of course, the you ain't black thing that was constant current. But that guy has a hell of a history. Now let's play this one clip real quick of Joe Biden because I want to go somewhere.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine, no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, $1/4 of $1. We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurman and myself and others. A law that says
Thurman. Oh, the Strom Thurman, one of the biggest segregationists in the South, one of the biggest Dixiecrats. Oh, he was talking about him. Interesting. You see how nobody wanted CNN them though. You're gonna talk about how you was down with them, right? In MSNBC, that's interesting how they don't never bring that up.
you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice. Now,
it was the
those are mandatory minimums. How do you get no probation? So just because I get caught with the crack, I'm not entitled to probation. Interesting. Right? But how does that work though? Because most of the time when you do any kind of time or anything like that, you're gonna get either parole is when you go to prison and probation is when you go to jail. So I don't get that. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's go. Keep going with that.
The institution of mandatory minimums, which I oppose.
they have got to keep every prisoner in jail like we do federally 85% of the time for which they're sentenced. Right now, they're only kept in jail in the States on average 41% of the time. I like the idea they keep in jail longer. I'm the guy that wrote the bill requiring federal judges to keep people in jail 100% of the time for which they're sentenced, and the notable exceptions only 85%. So I'm all for tougher enforcement.
Joe Biden was extremely happy to say that he's the guy that authored the bill. He's the guy that want to keep people in prison 85% of the time. He's the guy that's excited that judges cannot have no discretion in sentencing. And that particular law was 100% anti-black because it targeted crack cocaine. Who was using cocaine at that time period was Black Americans. He didn't do that on just cocaine, period. The powder cocaine, you did not get that time like that. But when it came to crack cocaine, now he mentioned Senator Thurman. You remember when Donald Trump said that he used to hang around with
Didn't I just point that out?
segregationist? Let's put up a picture real quick of Strom Thurmond, the guy that he worked on the bill with. As you can see on the screen, the picture to the left is Strom Thurmond in 1969. And you see the guy that's sitting up there with him is a Klansman. Because Strom Thurmond was a rabid white supremacist.
But see what? I mean, I'm not surprised, but is that a good look? But see, all these motherfuckers is like that, though. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it 100. They say Trump daddy was a Klansman. So, you know what I mean? It's like, we can't be doing the one or the two, you know what I'm saying? Or the three, you know what I mean? We can't be doing that. No, we can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. That's real.
Yeah, I'm about to get about you, buddy. I'm dozing off like a mug, boy.
My bad. All right, so I'm yeah, so we'll make a part two to this though, man. But this dude, bro, Joe Biden ain't the dude type of cat that y'all want to mess with, man, and vote for. You feel me? I'm about to get off here my
Yeah,
damn
they
self.
try to jump down on what Friday. What we gonna do? Friday night, Saturday night. What we gonna do? What you think?
Should probably for like Friday or something, man, or either or. 'Cause I'll be
All right,
free
tap
both
in with me,
days, man.
man. Shit, you
I'll
know.
definitely tap in with you though. Let you know, man. You want to shout out your information, man, so people can, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
tap in with me, dog. Shaq _ Edwards on Instagram, man. Dropping a couple videos, do a couple lives on there, man. Y'all can tune in to me. Or Shaq Edwards on Facebook,
Word for sure, for sure. All right,
Appreciate
man.
it, Frank, man. I'm gonna get
Looking
about
out
this
for Entrepreneur, man.
man. You think you keep it, hold it down, man. Salute.
All right, for sure. Peace, man.
Salute.
All right, and then all right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. You know what I mean? So we're gonna finish this out, man. I'm gonna finish this. Let me see where this is at, man. We're gonna finish this out. I'm about to get off here too. I'm tired as a motherfucker, man. It's damn 3-4. Oh shit, almost 4 hours. Oh shit. So I'm gonna get back on, if not Thursday, Friday for show, you know what I mean? And we go make a little part 2 to this too, man, and finish out. And so yeah, hit that like button, subscribe. If y'all not subscribed, man, hit the notification bell to let y'all know when I'm on. Share this out to y'all social media. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all stay vigilant, man. Don't fall for the games and the bull BS, man, when it comes down to this voting. Like even Papa Duck said, man, they, you know what I'm saying, they selected, they're not elected. Those are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Your vote don't have nothing to do with putting them in the office. I mean, they already the electors of each state. That's on them, you know. So y'all stay vigilant, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep the knowledge up, the wisdom, understanding, and I'm gonna holler at y'all. All right. Y'all stay vigilant, stay woke. Peace out. Peace.